Hi, welcome to the show. Welcome back to Rolling Reckless. I'm back here in the studio for our Live Play D&D podcast. It's Oliver Aguilar, Kevin Byer, Paula, who doesn't have a last name, and Amber, also no last name. And I'm your DM, Matt Eads. Welcome back. If you're joining us live today, we're running a little late. I apologize. We're, as you can see, new mics back in the studio. We got some new camera setups and stuff we're going to use today. We'll be tweaking things live throughout this show and seeing how these new mics sound or don't sound. We'll see. Tune into the podcast this week where I talk about how I think these are probably counterfeit. No announcements off the top. If you're watching live on Twitch, please let me know how the audio is. A little hot on me. Okay, perfect. It's very hard to mix live here in the studio. See, that's exactly what I need. Thank you. Good. Thank you. I'll just maybe make one quick change here to that end. Where's Toomey? Yeah, he's not here with us today, unfortunately. Oliver is gonna pilot Turmeric. Is that right?
Okay.
To the best of your ability. Okay.
Yep.
Great. If he dies, he dies. If he dies, it's his own fault.
If he dies, he dies.
He should have been here. He knew what he was. He knew what he was in for. What he was getting into.
We can have a Toomey 2.0.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it can't be all that difficult, right?
I mean, we still have that kid, right? He can play the kid we stole.
Still have the kid?
Well, we left him with
you left Mort in with
yeah.
not the huntsman, the highwayman.
Yeah.
The highwayman.
He can play Mort.
Let's make sure this mic is not too hot. Sometimes I get loud. Sometimes I get really crazy. What happens if a dragon flies by? Ah! Okay, don't get that excited. All right, we're just learning how excited we can get. That too excited. Great, let's do it. Syndicate. When last we were gathered, you're continuing your long, arduous descent into the Undermountain. You've been traveling for days at this point, always seemingly heading down, deeper and deeper into the dark. Your quarry, the gnome, Nyx, always seeming just a few days ahead of you. You discovered what appeared to be some underground fortress, which housed hundreds of cages. Defeating the fort's warden, a massive blind cyclops, you made your way inside through a breach in one of the walls, where you found a strange series of what seemed to be containment cells, rooms split by a dividing but impenetrable magical force. You made your way through the cells, encountering strange three-headed creatures that breathe fire, and that nearly was the end for the party. Everyone except for Bryn being knocked unconscious. After taking some time to rest and recover, you began to examine the strange magical tree. There was talk of maybe dispelling it, a few other means to try and figure out the exact nature of it. But it was Turmeric who eventually learned that the tree was in fact the staff of the Druid Laren, and only by touching the tree and saying his name was he able to revert the staff back from its large 60-foot-tall tree form into something you could hold and wield. That's right, Turmeric solved it. Turmeric solved the puzzle.
That's right,
yeah. You then dropped into what seemed to be a maze, an endless hallway that came to countless crossroads, and no matter which turns you made, the maze seemed to thwart you, the distances and dimensions not seeming to make any sense. And after tying yourselves together for the 7th or 8th time this campaign with your 950 feet of rope...
It's our signature move.
That's right. You eventually decided that the best course was to proceed straight down the hallways, ignoring the crossroads, which eventually led you to what you learned was the center of the maze. A circular chamber filled with 50 hallways, all spidering out of it. Deciding to rest in the circular room, you were approached by 3 figures with torches. One of them, some hybrid of drow and dragon, who called himself Xander, offered to show you from the maze as long as you promised to leave. You learned from Xander that Nyx had come through this way only 4 or 5 days prior, and that she'd done him some great favor in exchange for guidance deeper into the Undermountain. Xander was unwilling to do the same for you, not wanting to stir up the creatures that he and his kind had to contend with, but you were able to offer him a potential solution to the problem that he and his people face. Xander told you that he and his misshapen kind were created, likely as some form of biological weapon. They seem to be immune to disease and the ravages of age, though they can be killed, Xander told you. And as a last act of defiance against their creators, they stay down here in the Undermountain, unable to leave for fear of spreading the plague of lycanthropy, and stuck down here in the dark for centuries. Xander agreed, in exchange for the taming, to lead you to where he sent Nyx. And so you sat down to rest, taking up a corner of the floor in the decommissioned containment cells that these lichens have made their home in, and preparing to make for the nearby laboratories and search for the reagents required to produce the alchemical mixture called the taming. And that is where we pick up today, right now. You are just making ready to rest, having just spoken with Xander in these kind of decommissioned containment cells. It has been a long day of travel ahead of you. You were woken from your rest, if you remember. So everybody is bordering on exhaustion. What would you like to do, Syndicate?
Did he leave us in our own private room? Private area?
No. We could have taken that one room that we decided not to because it locks from the outside. But yeah, we're just in
The general
area with a bunch of other people.
And these are all lycanthropes?
They're all of them like misshapen, kind of hybrid creatures. You haven't seen any of them change, but you would assume so.
How are they regarding us?
They seem very wary as you were walking in. The two who were on the door, Werebear, and one who seemed to be some form of a snake or reptile, kind of gave you the side eye as you walked in, and the rest seem not openly hostile, but cautious. Kind of long, wary glances as you sort of move throughout the chamber. You were offered, there was one room available down here, one of the only, or few rooms with a door on it, where they keep the lichens who are in the throes of their transformation, but you decided that it's not nearly good enough for the Syndicate.
Oh, we just don't want to get locked inside.
Fair enough.
So, should we set up a watch then? I mean,
I think it's a good idea.
For sure. I don't really trust all these people. Not that I don't
We're
trust
all
them.
so
except-
tired already, though.
so
I mean,
don't
who's
trust
gonna stay up and do this watch? I'm ready for bed here.
I can do the first 4 hours.
Of course you can.
I'll do one of the watches.
I will also. Loop, you can have a full night's sleep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Turmeric, how about you take one of the watches?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
That's perfect.
As you look over, he's like lying down, already preparing to go to sleep, and you just catch him before he does his "I'm already asleep" move that you're somewhat accustomed to by now.
'Cause, yeah, he slept like 2 hours earlier than everyone else did
Yeah.
last time,
Yeah,
so he
he's
should have.
almost
Long
fully
time.
rested.
Lily, what do you make of all this?
It is interesting. I don't really know what to make out of it, I guess. I'm a little on edge just because there's so many down here with us. But I have to help them, so.
Yeah, the idea that these things were created is kind of interesting.
Well, in a sense, these people are like your ancestors, aren't they? Because they were the first lichens,
Yeah, I
I was
guess.
gonna say,
maybe?
These are your people.
Yeah, they are my people.
You
Strange.
spread the word.
Yeah.
Go out there and mingle. You're like
Make
related.
friends.
For sure. Yeah, and like providing them with this taming would do wonders for your kind, I guess. Like, fuck, if only we could find those ingredients. What are those ingredients again?
Don't give it out loud. We're
Yeah.
trading.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll go into my pack though, and I'm pulling out my fancy scroll. It's we need hemlock, nightshade, and some of my
Whispering, obviously?
whispering.
Sure.
Some of my blood, and that is the ingredients for it.
What's on your mind, Oliver? What's the problem?
Nothing.
Okay.
Is it your blood or is it?
Just
The blood of the person who's doing the taming.
It just says blood of lichen.
Because I think
So
it
I'm
was.
assuming-
I think when you did it, didn't you use your own blood?
That's a good question.
And then when
Can I think really hard and try to remember the taming when I did it?
You can roll
It's
me.
just
You can
a-
roll an intelligence check if you want. It was a rough night. It was like very fever dreams.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
you sort of woke feeling you were lucky to have survived.
Yep.
It's also very early in the campaign.
Very early. This is
Very
episode 2, I believe.
10.
10. You think you remember Ben using his blood?
So it should be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I've never done this before, so I'm a little nervous because there's so many, but
Hey, there's also so many.
it's a learning.
But like,
yeah, if one of them goes wrong, then
Lock them in the thing.
Okay.
leave them in there.
We said that there's precautions to doing this, so
How many others like you did he say were down here?
there was
can I
20-ish or so.
Yeah, he
30?
said around 20.
Around
Yeah.
20? Okay. So I was going to say that might be a lot of blood. It might drain you if you have to do everyone. But I guess if one of them takes the cure, then they can pass it on to the rest.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
like, I
suspect.
think we
So are you going to make them do the oath too? Do they?
Gotta make them do
yeah,
the
we
oath.
have to do those.
I think.
Gotta.
So it's part of the
Yeah.
Did you mention the oath to Xander?
I'll mention it to him later. I'm sure he won't have any issues.
By the way, you got to take the sacred oath.
Yeah, you gotta
Just one of the
promise
things.
promise to do everybody else.
Xander seems like a good guy. I think.
I don't think I
Yeah,
have an
like-
issue with it.
Man of his
Yeah.
people, at least.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, good on them for all sticking down here and trying not to spread it to others. So, I mean, that says a lot about them.
Yeah,
Good
that's
people.
True.
It'd be interesting to talk to him more about, like, exactly who put it all together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he said they were
Really?
created in the labs, right? So maybe when we go to the labs, we'll find more information about like what actually started this all. Be kind of neat.
Yeah.
He mentioned how the idea was to create, like, biological weapons to fight something.
I mean, we've heard that what's his name?
Xander?
Xander?
No, the guy
Oh,
that
the-
owns the Undermountain.
Oh,
Alistair
Alistair.
Blackmont.
I have it written down.
Black.
Hallister.
Alistair.
We've heard that this Hallister character is not good per se. I mean,
Well, yeah, totally. This was not for good means.
No.
Like, it was for war of sorts, I imagine, or control, power.
That's always a matter of
I mean,
perspective.
wizards love power.
Exactly. Maybe I couldn't presume to know what a powerful wizard creating this enormous fortress underground meant for it. Does sound sinister.
I mean, we're not all bad.
but
No.
I think
You're nice.
he's a little
Thanks.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But again, it's a matter of perspective.
Dark Mountain.
I mean, I need to create this race of half wolf, half people to fight something. Probably good people. Trying to stop me from doing bad stuff.
I feel like we're gonna have one of those moments of, are we the baddies?
Oh, fuck.
No.
Who's taking the first watch?
I will. I suppose.
Go on, give me a perception check.
20.
20, alright. And where are you guys making camp? There is, if you remember, there is a kind of a main dead-end hallway with 10 doors coming off.
Probably Just
Most of them, the door is actually missing, and you can, as you pass, you can kind of look in and see various lichens, and there's a very kind of eclectic mix of furniture. Some seeming very expensive, where you see feathered beds and mattresses, and then some seeming built and kind of ramshackled together from materials they've scavenged.
I suppose wherever they'll let us like lay down, wherever there's some extra space. And
maybe
we're not
just against the walls in the hallway,
really encroaching on anybody.
facing each other. I don't know.
Yeah, if we can find a corner. Just
I don't think we should go in one of their rooms.
Yeah. Just in just like an open space where kind of lean up against the wall.
Sure. Sprint, as you're watching. The other denizens of the space seem to... you see a few curious glances. Heads kind of stick outdoors, and then as you look over, they quickly dart back. But other than a few curious, cursory looks, nobody seems to really pay you any mind.
If I see them, I'll just like wave.
Sure. And there is one who... you would guess them to be some kind of a... you see black feathers, some kind of a raven hybrid who, as they see you wave and the head kind of darts back, you see just the top of the head kind of creeps back and a little hand like around the corner waves. And then they dart back into their room.
Sure.
Second watch.
I'll do the second one. 6.
6. Passes without incident as you're shuffling your cards and kind of pondering the many mysteries of your tarot deck. Seems to pass without incident.
Perfect.
Third watch.
I can do the third watch. And that's with 11.
11. Much the same, really. These lichens, a few of them give a few cursory glances. But by the time your watch rolls around, you get the sense that most who wanted to get a look probably have had their chance. It seems to pass without incident. Fourth watch.
I'll roll for turmeric.
Okay.
20.
20. Okay. You all awaken in the morning. Turmeric did not let you get murdered in the night.
Attaboy to me.
Yeah. Good boy.
So, these laboratories, I guess that's probably the best place to look for these ingredients.
Yeah.
Is Xanda around?
Just looking around the kind of main part of the chamber, you don't see him.
I'll see if I can track him down.
Sure.
Yeah,
How are you tracking him
I'm
down?
going to go and just walk around, see if I can
Sure, yeah.
find him.
As you do a lap of the room, you find him in that room he initially brought you into. And he seems to be standing beside the bed of whoever you saw lying in it, who herself appears to be a hybrid. And he's just kind of standing, maybe watching or checking, you're not really sure, but is standing over her.
Okay.
He looks up as you come in. He goes, did you sleep well, I hope?
Oh, yeah, it was okay. It's not bad.
Ready to leave, you and yours?
Yes, yeah. We are ready to go and find these labs.
All right, just a moment.
Okay.
He takes one last look at the person on the bed and kind of very gently touches her forehead and makes his way out of the room. And those of you who are in the main chamber see him walk over to the door section where that big wooden and cloth construction is. And there's a brief muffled conversation in there. And he walks back out after a moment. He goes, these two, Richter and Lysa, you probably saw them at the door, will escort you. We can't
Great.
promise to aid in combat or whatever might happen down there. You're, for the most part, on your own, but show you the way.
Okay, good.
Okay.
You guys mainly travel with torchlight? Is that the best way to do this?
If you can travel without it, far better, but better than stumbling around in the dark, I suppose.
What things are actually down here? Like, what things are you... What are the threats down here?
Some we know about, things you've likely seen the little dragon creatures that seem to have infested this place. Various cave-dwelling monsters.
Are those dragon things the ones that will do their little sprinkle dust on you and
spores on their wings.
You got a way of curing that? Got a way of how do you guys mitigate that?
Don't let them get close enough to infect you with it, I suppose. Usually we
Traveling down a 5-foot wide step down that goddamn well.
shoot them
hard.
from range would be about all I can recommend. But there are other things, like us, experiments, creations that we couldn't even fathom to guess at. Some of them are just hard to even look at. They give you almost a migraine if you stare too long at some of these more... He seems to be almost searching for the word. Eldritch things.
What does that mean? Brain, what does that mean?
What?
Eldritch.
I recall, didn't we meet a man? A person?
No, it's just a word.
Oh.
You, knowing common, know the word eldritch.
I
Just,
do?
you know, like, kind of,
I don't know.
no one knows the word eldritch? Like,
I don't know what it is.
like
horrors beyond, cosmic, unknown entities.
Oh.
Like, Cthulhu and
Yeah,
his gang
okay,
are
there you
often
go.
considered eldritch horror.
Oh.
Got it.
You should know. You should have rolled for that.
I did know.
Okay. Cosmic stuff.
Cosmic.
Cthulhu
Horrible.
and his gang.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, there you go. Tentacle people, like I've always asked. Anything else we need to know about this? Like,
Are they attracted to just sound and sight? Like, is it the senses? Can they, are there creatures that detect scent? Or anything like, it seems like it's all the senses.
Very likely all the senses and some we don't even possess.
Okay.
and so how do you guys? You basically staying quiet?
And
The best
moving
way?
slowly and carefully, yes.
I was thinking, like, I could if we have 10 minutes, I could cast my Tensor's disc. We could sit on it, and I could push it with my new quarterstaff.
Okay.
It'd be silent for the most part. Mm-hmm. But I don't know what to do about...
Tap. Tap.
Is that quieter, more quiet than, like...
Shuffling?
Might be.
I don't know.
And then 5 people kind of shuffling, and I'm not the quietest.
Toomey's usually
Toomey.
running around. I don't know, just a thought. I don't know if that's going to help us or not. We could try and just go down the tunnels. Just be as quiet as we can.
Sure. Before we leave, Xander, I'm gonna try to just speak with him quietly,
Sure.
whisper. So you're sure that this is what you're wanting to do, the taming? I don't want to put my friends in danger if we're gonna, try to find the. I want to help your people. You're my people too, and I just want to make sure that you know what we're getting into.
Kind of looks at you. Maybe you get the sense searching for some hidden meaning in your words. And goes, what are we getting into?
So the taming. I'll prepare everything. You and your people will take it. There's a chance that you might not survive because it's very intense, strong.
What sort of a chance? 50%?
What is the DM? What is the number? What is the percentage?
About 1 in 10 survive.
1
you
in
were told.
10?
About 1 in 10 survive.
Every 1
1 in 10 survive?
Survive?
Yes. For those watching the stream, yeah, I know we lost a camera. I'm working on it.
Oh no.
I'm working on it.
Was it flickering again?
They froze.
Oh.
We'll work on it. Don't worry, gang. Yes, you were told 1 in 10 seem to
Holy,
survive. It's a
that's-
very
Oh my
dangerous
gosh.
process.
That's not very good.
Oh, I don't want to.
Drink up.
You gotta sell the benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
Like-
sell it.
Okay. It's about 1 in every 10. 1 in every 10 people, but the benefit would be that you could live your life not down here. You can control your abilities. You can help your people.
I mean,
My-
not to interject into your conversation, but I mean,
Oh, please. Yeah.
Lily took the taming a while ago, and yeah, I've known her for a long time, and there would just be that time of the month where, you know, and then ever since, she's been able to really handle it, and she's actually been very productive part of the team, and been able to control her powers.
Yeah.
And like she says, you can live up top and become a functioning member of society.
I'll need to discuss this
Okay.
with the others. Go look for your ingredients. And
Okay.
even if we decide not, I'll honor my end of the bargain. Show you deeper into the Underground.
There's one other thing with it.
He watches his drow eyebrow goes up amidst the gold. Half of his head is very shiny, bright gold scales. He watches the white eyebrow.
It's
Goes
kind
up.
of like it's kind of cool because you take an oath to help people like yourselves in need, and you have to help. But it's cool because then you get this big and family that
You're paying it forward.
yeah, you're helping.
I will speak with the others.
You gotta sell the benefits though.
We'll see what they decide.
Well, that went well.
Yep.
Off we go.
See you later.
Can I roll for persuasion? I need persuasion and shit. I'm good.
late now. What is up with this camera, yo?
Hilarious.
All right, we're gonna do one quick in-studio change here, very fast. Is it this one?
Goodness.
Pass me a donut.
Is this the one ever?
Yeah, it's this one.
Plug that one into that one.
The
Let's do
black
it.
one?
Yeah, we'll just do a quick wire swap, and if we can't get this cam, whatever, we'll go with it. It's audio podcast, anyways.
How's that?
Good enough. Okay.
Oh.
You prepare to leave?
Yes.
Oh,
I guess so.
we still have the blue light behind me.
What?
The blue light.
Because you're Luke, because you have blue hair.
Yeah.
Sure, as you get your things ready to leave. There we go, we have the cam back on for now, anyways. Yes, the bear hybrid and the. She very much seems to be a snake hybrid.
Can I
make their
cast
way up.
my floating disc as a ritual
Sure.
while we're all prepping?
Yep. How big is it? Does it tell you how big it is?
Let's see. 3 foot and 1 inch thick.
Sure. Yep. As you finish your ritual, the disc silently is just hovering above the ground, displacing dust beneath it.
I'm gonna sit on it with my staff. Just be ready to paddle my way down.
Sure.
While Bryn was doing that, I'm gonna write a pro and con list for Xander, and I'm gonna slip it to him before we leave.
Okay. What are the pros and cons? What are...
Okay, pro, live your life on the surface. You do you. Yep, and then con is You might die. You have to take an oath. But also, I'm going to put new family in pro.
Okay.
Yeah.
The oath
all
isn't
the-
a con.
The oath is both a con and a pro.
I guess so.
It's a little bit of a
Depends on how
con.
You're forced to help people, but generally most people want to help, and it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because you take that danger from hurting others away.
Yeah.
So that's a pro.
Yeah, nobody wants to go savage every month or
Month?
so.
I mean, really, the only con is death, but then they might die while they're in rage mode. So
Exactly. I'll put that on the list too.
Okay.
lots of pros.
What are we doing? Are we still talking to Zenda at this point?
We were just
Getting
prepping.
ready to leave. Yeah.
I made
Can
my
I
disc.
have a look around at the other lichens to see if anybody's listening to this conversation, see if anybody's getting
Sure.
interested?
Roll me a perception check.
Not good at perception. Somebody else. 16.
16. As you kind of scan the room, there are people within earshot. They seem disinterested for the most part.
Oh, in particular, the two that are going to come with us.
Yeah, you.
Those are the ones we're going on.
They are making their way to you.
Oh, okay.
You would assume they heard Xander mention them by name. And we're definitely within distance to be listening.
I mean, how are they sort of regarding that information?
They constantly seem wary, but not friendly, but not hostile. You know, kind of neutral, bordering on maybe just general dislike for visitors.
Okay. Ready?
Right, and what
Alright.
do these two look like? Bear?
Yes, one is very obviously a bear, where he has patches of this very dark brown fur. One of his ears is far too high on his head and very much resembles a little round bear ear. And all these lichens seem to be split, not quite in half, but various parts of them. There seems to be a clear divide where one side is whatever their humanoid form was, the other side appears to be mostly animalistic. He appears to have once been a dwarf, you would guess. Shorter, but very stocky. And the snake, who was introduced to you as Lysa, appears to have been an elf. And very much like Xander, she is her face is split right down the middle. But very much like him, one half has these very small yellow and black scales, and the other half is pale, you would assume elven skin.
Lysa and what?
Richter.
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 Lysa.
He's a bear.
Got
All
it
right.
going.
Yeah. And you can hear his very heavy footsteps as he walks up, seeming very dense for his small size. He kind of looks around and goes, "So we ready to go?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
We're ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You follow me. And he starts making his way off. And Lysa very much kind of sweeps an arm forward, giving you the impression that she will take the rear of the group. As Richter grabs the big cloth and wooden construction, slides it back off the wall, opening the gap back into the maze.
Okay, I'll follow him right behind Richter.
Sure.
I'll be behind Luke.
Okay. You can set yourselves up here. Have our minis a marching order.
Mini.
There's one thing I didn't do.
Got minis for your boys.
Yeah, get minis from my boys.
There's a whole
There's
bunch
some
in
boys
front of
over
you.
here.
When we exit into the hallway, I'm gonna hop onto my disc and just push. Be paddling. It's cool.
Here, snake lady.
Yeah.
And
There's no bear.
I need a bear. Where-
Oh, I have a bear.
Oh, there
Here, you
you
can use my
There,
bear.
perfect. Yeah, there you go. We can use Lily's lichen mini. Perfect. Is anybody bringing torches? What's the plan?
I've got my lights.
Okay.
My dancing lights.
Don't say that.
And I'll cast them and I'll strew them about our
Sure.
line.
Sure.
And those the boys probably brought their own torches.
They do seem to have torches. Yeah.
Okay.
You see Richter is in the process of striking his flint on the torch when he sees your lights kind of drift past, and he kind of grunts and goes, oh, puts the torch back on his back. And he starts walking down this endless hallway, the maze that you're not unfamiliar with.
Lysa.
From behind, you can hear very almost quietly. It's very strange where it seems very close as she answers you. Yes, and you kind of look behind, and she's a few feet behind you, a normal distance, but.
How long is this little trek gonna be to these labs?
Hours, 2 or 3, maybe.
Do you expect we are gonna encounter some danger?
Well, if we're unlucky.
Hearing that, I'm gonna cast my right on Sheer.
Sure. There's a visible glow, just like before, as the lightning crackles down the blade as you smear your blood on it.
Okay, 3.
Okay. You take 3 points of damage.
Okay, let's begin walking.
Sure. Roll my stealth checks.
Do I have to roll one if I'm on my disc?
Yep.
And I'm going to be paying attention to the paths that we walk by, kind of thing, just seeing if there's anything down there or
Sure.
what have you. Ooh.
Wheel.
Yeah, I need some
Would you
half
roll one?
Yeah.
A natural 1.
Okay. What did turmeric
Well
roll?
then.
Oh, yeah, let's roll for turmeric. A natural 3.
Okay. Luke.
10.
Well, that
9.
8.
Okay.
Loudest group
All
ever.
right. All right.
yeah.
Very unlucky we are.
Okay.
Wheel. Might as well just be running down the hallway screaming.
We don't know.
I think I saw something down that path!
Jingle, 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 jingle.
As you're following this werebear, his misshapen form seeming kind of even more twisted in the dim and flickering lights, you encounter crossroads as before, 2 paths leading at 90 degrees off the main one, but he proceeds straight through. And before long, you encounter another crossroad, and he doesn't even seem to pause, proceeds straight through. And this continues to happen. You pass a loop you're actively watching. You count 8 of these crossroads that you pass, seemingly just ignoring the turns. And this continues for the better part of an hour.
Lysa, how do you guys navigate this little labyrinth?
Well, it's not really a labyrinth. It's... She points ahead. Just a road.
So just straight then.
Just straight.
When we went around, again, according to my little head diagram, we did a square, and we should have came to where we were, but we didn't.
Mysterious.
Thinking back when we were escorted to the safe area, did we go straight the entire time
We did.
then as well?
Yeah, I wrote it down. We did.
This fucking place. We need to get the fuck out of this
Mysterious.
place.
Yet another mystery that turmeric solves.
Kind of clever.
As you begin getting into what you think is probably your second hour of travel now, the rhythm of your steps and the long, quiet trek kind of almost starting to hypnotize you. The werebear abruptly stops. Whoever is behind him, almost running into him, as he holds up a hand. And he kind of gestures back to you, Holden. He points at one of the lights and kind of gestures up ahead. Sure. As the light floats up,
How to control that thing.
you can see what appear to be these tendrils of... It looks almost like black smoke hanging in the air, or like ink in water. And as the light approaches them, and as you look at these tendrils, they appear to be moving and drifting incredibly slowly, almost like seaweed underwater. And Richter looks back. Who is right behind him? Is that you, Holden?
Me.
Loop. Richter looks back to you, Loop. And he points at the smoke, whatever it is. He says, "Don't let it touch you."
Okay.
And then he very clumsily and slowly starts picking his way through, having to maneuver and stop, almost like Mission Impossible through the lasers, where these tendrils are crisscrossing this hallway. And he does. He is able to even... He is short, but very dense. He's able to get his, not the most dexterous form, through these tendrils without touching them. And then he looks back to you, Luke. And says, "Okay."
I will step to the side and motion whoever's behind me to go next. That's you.
Sure. Yeah.
And as you pass, I will cast guidance on you.
Thank you.
Sure.
What are we rolling?
Acrobatics.
Oh, don't need that loop, but thank you. Wow, I do need that. What does guidance do?
D4. Just an extra D4.
Okay, so 2 plus 4 plus 1. 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. Okay.
It was one of my higher ones.
Holden, as far as you're aware, you kind of pick your way through, and you don't feel anything happen. So you step out the other side. But Loop, you can see him with his back. He brushes one of these tendrils, and where it is slowly drifting in this invisible breeze, it very quickly seems to come to life, and it gives you the impression it almost burrows into his back as this smoke disappears.
And I don't feel anything?
No.
I will telepathically let you know what happened. Don't freak out. Don't freak out.
I don't feel anything, but once you get through, come check me out.
Okay, and I'll wave to the next person in the line.
I'll go next. What
And
is it?
then
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics?
Guidance.
Do I even have?
Ricta, what happens when you touch these things?
Is it a guidance a D6?
D4.
D4.
You're asking Richter?
Ricta?
Well, maybe you die. I'm not sure, to be honest, but he kind of points to it. Obviously, don't touch.
Obviously. I'm not
13.
13. Okay. Yeah, Bryn, you are able to very lethally, and there's a minute where you seem like you're able to stand up into one, but Loop behind you, he's able to be like, okay, just keep your back down, and you do narrowly slip through. Next.
I will go.
kind of a big man, Ricta.
He looks up at you. He's about, 4 feet tall. I guess, well, big in heart, perhaps.
Hey, Holden's a big man. Not Oliver isn't.
Yeah, but he's
saying-
he's a dwarf.
You said you're a big man.
No, I'm kind of a big man. 'cause you, don't touch it, obviously.
I miss you. Sorry, my common, not great. You speak undercommon.
No. Dwarven, though.
My dwarven, very rusty. Worse than my common.
I want to say something clever. I say something clever in Dwarven.
What are you saying, dwarven?
I don't fucking know. Big in heart. You're big in heart.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not sure if it's true or not. Lily,
Something
are you the next
clever.
one through?
10.
10? Lily, you do touch the tendril. As it similarly, the smoke seems to burrow itself into you. Who's next? Turmeric?
Ready to
Turmeric, yeah.
Are you guidancing him
yeah.
too?
Did you use your guidance? Did you use
Yeah,
your
I
proper
did,
guidance?
yeah.
Okay.
What'd you say it was? Acrobatics?
Yep.
7.
Oh my god.
Turmeric also gets the mist in him.
Wow.
Interesting. And last but not least,
Lysa?
Lysa? I'll motion for her as well.
Okay. She kind of looks at you for a second and goes, "Are you sure?"
I'm sure I'll be fine.
All right. Do you guidance her?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, she does make it through with the guidance. Where there's a
Big
second,
call.
she seems to just pause and, without even seeing it, just kind of moves her head to the side, avoiding one of these tendrils, proceeds through.
All right, my turn. $13.
Okay, you just enough. You do manage to just sneak through, as far as you're aware.
And then I'll snake back up and make my way to the front of the line again, behind Richter.
Sure. He does begin to proceed walking. As, okay, come on, and starts walking. And you proceed through the hallways for, you would guess, another 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
I'm gonna sort of drop back to be able to talk to Lysa.
Sure.
Lysa, when's the last time you changed?
Well, 2 weeks prior, but mine are irregular. They occur seemingly at random.
I don't know if you caught that bit of our conversation with Zenda, but Lily up there, she's one of you, and she has a way to sort of tame, as it were, these urges that you guys have. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Well, to not have to live this half-life in the dark would be better.
Like I said, she's just like you, and she took this potion. And what it is a little bit of a potion that you have to take. And while she's normal, so to speak, she's able to sort of interact with people and not have to, go wild. Just think about that.
I will. After you.
Oh, I'm walking.
Okay.
We're walking.
Yeah. And almost as this conversation finishes, you hear Richter calls another halt as the line slowly comes to a stop. He turns around. It's okay. No lights this next part. We need to be very quiet, very stealthy. As the lights fly back into the shield.
Sure, that's how it'll be.
It's like that clicker thing from Harry Potter, right? They just shoot out and then shoot back in.
I don't understand the Harry Potter references, man.
Come on, you're a pothead, buddy. What are you even saying? As the lights go out and you're plunged into darkness, even those of you with dark vision can barely see. It is pitch black down here. You can hear Richter say, "Keep your hand on the left wall. There is a drop to the right. Don't stray." Okay, and then he starts walking ahead. And as you all those of you who do put your hands on the left wall, as you continue forward, you can feel the stone under your hand change from the brick of these endless hallways to something smooth that feels kind of hewn out, maybe more natural. And you're also hit with the sense of space to your right. The sound of your footsteps seemingly sucked off into this massive, can't say sucked off, void. Whoops. But it seems very quiet, very muted, almost like the morning after a fresh snow. And you have this sense of immense space off to your right side. Let me just refer to our stealth checks.
Can you count to
yes.
10?
Roll stealth checks. It's been hours.
New stealth check.
This was the check. This was the check the whole time. As you're proceeding, Lily, you are the first to notice them. You can see pinpricks of light somewhere off to the right, seemingly very, very far in the distance, looking like they're very far below you, maybe hundreds of feet. And they seem to drift up very, again, almost like seaweed in a current. They drift up very gently, and then they seem to just disappear. You do anything?
Did anybody else see that? To your right. And I'm whispering.
You can hear Richter. Just this very low growl from front. He goes, quiet.
I can't see shit.
I'll telepathically ask Lily, what did you see?
I just relay the lights to the right of us.
Okay.
Do I see anything down there?
Roll a perception check.
17.
17. At first, no. But as you stare into what you're assuming is some of this, you do see these few little pinpricks. They seem to rise, float very gently, and then just disappear. And a moment later, a few more very gently rise up, disappear.
I'll let everyone else know.
Sure. Telepathically, as in.
Yeah.
I'll be keeping my eyes peeled for little, like, dots.
Sure. As you're proceeding, Holden, who rolled the natural one, walking with your left hand on the wall in the dark, kind of scanning for these lights that you or maybe think you can see.
What do you guys see? I can't see shit.
You feel the front of your boot gets caught as you visibly stumble and fall with a very loud, your shield clanging to the ground. And Richter immediately comes to a stop, and you can hear Lysa behind you kind of holds her breath.
Shit.
And whoever's watching over the side can see these lights. There seems to be about 4 of them. Where they are drifting up, they don't seem to disappear anymore. They drift higher and higher and higher, getting closer to the party. What would you like to do?
So I just tripped and fell to my knees, or did I fall off that ledge?
You did not fall off the ledge, no. No, you tripped and your shield hit the ground with a cring, making this massive noise. And now you can very clearly, all of it, you can see these little, these kind of fey lights that seem to be approaching.
Okay, I sort of broke that quiet seal, so let's just hustle, keep hustling.
Run?
Yeah,
Can you
I
run?
was gonna say, should we run?
I see.
Richter seems to not be moving.
I finally see these things. Richter, can we get going? There's stuff coming.
You yell it out.
Richter!
As you are yelling to the front of the group, these lights seemingly pause for a second, and then they seem to orient on the noise as they drift up to you, Holden, and we will roll initiative. Yes, I need markers. I didn't think we were gonna. I didn't have
They
the
should
set
all be
prepared.
over there somewhere. I think they're under.
Oh yeah, I can use blue. Left hand. Left hand. What's this? This is left. So I'll just draw right here.
Your left or our left?
Well, you're walking this
Character
way,
left.
so great. That marker works great.
That's that. Whoa.
Gotta get you more crayons.
If you join us on Wednesdays on the DM's Guild to make this campaign, we didn't have this one prepared. This will be a surprise to you too.
No good.
Ooh, surprises. I love surprises.
Okay, there's our wall, which can just extend. We'll do the old endless wall. The path is only about 6 feet wide, so you basically have a very narrow pathway. Let's see if everything breaks when I turn the combat cam on. Pa pa pa. Shoo. Combat cam. Brought to you by the cinnamon smooth taste of. No, that's not true.
Cool.
Ignite your combat.
Fireball whiskey. You can get a little closer. Get in there. Get a little closer, Amber, would you? There we go.
I can't see what it's looking at. Oh, there we go.
There. The combat cam. Let me get a little combat music here.
Dun, 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 dun.
Give me Toomey's. Do you have Toomey's dice? Because my dice are not rolling well.
No, I
That's
didn't bring
okay.
his
That's
dice.
It's bad juju to roll somebody else's
I
dice.
know.
Well, I mean,
It's bad juju to roll his own dice. So maybe someone else should roll for 2 me.
Yeah, just use your own.
yeah, they're fine. Dice are dice.
25, 20?
Oh yeah.
What did I have? 18. That's not in 25 to 20.
Wait.
20 to 15, 18, Bryn.
22.
Well, hopefully you can defeat them all then.
Single-handedly.
15 to 10.
13.
Loop.
10 turmeric.
Turmeric.
9 Holden.
Hold on.
Can't see shit down here.
Just a little mess over there. Tripping.
Oh, I guess I also need enemies.
Wine enemies?
Enemy.
None would want me to look.
Ooh,
Where's hold?
that one's interesting.
They're all. One more. We'll use this one. We'll use this one. So unlike our minis, these creatures appear to just be these motes of light. These drifting, very gently pulsating. You can see them kind of. They seem to sort of waver as they move, and they vary not slowly, but almost. There's kind of a gentleness to them, almost a playfulness, it seems, as they make their way towards you, Holden. They will all be within. They are at 20-foot range from you, Holden. You are where, right there?
20 foot underneath me, hey?
Yeah, just put 'em 20 foot on the grid. We'll kind of 2D this. They are below you, approaching at an angle, but they are 20 feet in the line for reasons of spellcasting and distances and things. And Lily, you are first.
This walkway. Am I able to move past people?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It is wider than the stairs that you made your way down earlier, but
Great.
it's still, pardon me, very narrow.
Okay, I'm going to. Where am I? I see that these lights are moving towards where Holden is, so I'm going to kind of push past, make my way past
Sure.
to get to where Holden is.
Mhm.
And I am going to ready an attack
With your sword.
with my sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Sheer held at the ready for something to approach. Bryn?
I am gonna move past Loop and back up a bit.
No, alright.
God, I can't really ready anything. I mean, you said that they're coming straight at Holden right now?
Yep, they seem to be drifting towards him.
I'm gonna... What am I gonna do? And they're 20 feet down? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be like, shh,
Okay.
really quietly.
Richter on his turn,
I'm like motion.
as he kind of turns around and surveys the scene, and he sees you, Bryn, kind of shh. He kind of nods at you, and he's quiet and still. And he seems to not do anything else on his turn. Loop?
I'm going to hold my action to cast a spell if one of them attacks Holden.
Okay.
Other than that, I will stay where I am.
Which spell? Because remember, the spell will always be cast. It'll fizzle out if it isn't cast.
Then I won't do anything.
Okay. Turmeric?
Fuck, I don't know how to play turmeric.
Just move. Or
jump in after them.
That's pretty much it. Start
He
swinging.
will also ready an attack. Just a physical attack when they come into range.
Okay.
He'll take his sword and shield and ready just a swiping sword attack when they come into range.
Sure. Where is two?
Just right next to.
Right next to Lily.
I push turmeric forward.
Sure.
There.
Okay. Okay. It was the creature's turn. Interesting. As they seemingly very gently, and almost playfully, kind of drift towards the ledge. There's a couple spots where they seem to sort of hesitate and freeze in place and then kind of dart back. But they do float 20 feet towards the edge, so they are all kind of in a line.
I've lined up.
Yeah, in front of Holden. Which brings two within range of Turmeric. Go ahead and make Turmeric's melee attack as they come into range.
Sword 3. 9.
9, okay.
No.
To hit?
9, yeah.
Oh, 9 is not enough.
Yeah, okay.
The sword passes through this light without contact.
Okay.
And as they're approaching Holden, you can hear what seems to be the very faint sound of laughter. And you hear a couple different, sound, almost like you very much see this of children playing, a very kind of joyful laughter. And then as Turmeric's sword enters this one light, suddenly that laughter changes to almost a shriek, a scream, as these three orbs suddenly very brightly pulse, and they four orbs, pardon me. And you can hear Richter from the front, who yells, "Run!" As these orbs shoot out lightning as they fly out and will strike 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. Was it the
Yo.
back? Is Lysa?
Lisa.
Yeah. She gets hit. Who's next in the line?
Holden.
Holden. That is 20 to hit.
Yep. Wait a second. 20 to hit?
2-0, yeah.
I'll cast protection on myself. Not protection, shield on myself. Gives me +5 AC. That's not a hit.
Sure. As this lightning arcs out, this invisible spherical force around you catches it. And it does not hit you. Next in line, that is 17 to hit.
That's Lily.
Oh,
Is that Lily? Lily, that's a hit?
Yeah.
You take...
Can I use protection on that one? Because I shield is a reaction.
And protection is also a reaction,
Okay,
I believe.
so I can't do that.
Lily, you take 14 points of lightning damage as this electricity crackles through your body. And last but not least, Turmeric, 17 to hit.
Probably hits.
What the fuck is he 12.
I think he has
16.
16 without his shield up.
16 with his shield.
With his shield?
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's a hit.
He takes only 6 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
As it crackles throughout him, kind of arcing on his nipples. Where he's like, oh! And it is Holden's turn.
What was I looking for here? I want to urge everybody to move, because what Rick just said to run. So I'm gonna let's urge everybody to move forward.
Okay.
And can I hold a movement for when everybody moves forward? Like, I want to move my 6 or up to my 6 spaces if everybody else is moving. That works. Does that work?
Yeah, I mean, you can use sure, it can be your action. If you want to use your action to
that's
move,
what I'm- that's
hold
what
your
I'm-
action to use as movement.
Yeah.
Sure. So when everybody starts moving, you're going to move
Also.
your 30 feet of action movement.
Yeah.
Okay. Lysa is next. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. she will, I guess, start pushing past people. As she kind of presses flat against the wall and will scrape along, moving her full 60 feet. Well, let's do it one attack of opportunity at a time and see what happens. But as she tries to scrape past the first one,
It should be here.
it's 13 to hit, not enough, as it blows a chunk out of the stone behind her. The second one does hit her. Has a little bit of electricity damage. Crackles throughout her, and you can hear her grimacing. She'll keep moving because she can't stop in anyone's face. Oh, that's bad.
Where is she now?
She's like there.
She gets hit again. And for the final one, she does not get hit as it fucking blows the stone up.
Is she able to move to where she needs to
top?
be?
Yeah, she'll move her full
there.
60 feet. And then she's squeezing behind. She goes, "Come on, hurry!" And is squeezing past. And you can smell bits of her flesh cooking from this electricity. And Lily, it is your turn.
It's my turn
Yep.
again.
Yep.
Oh.
Top of the round.
I will take the attack of opportunity from the 2 and run my.
They already used their reaction.
Oh, okay. So we're good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna move my full movement past everybody.
Can't quite.
30 or 35?
30.
You can't.
Can't quite.
Well, you can use your action to move 30 more.
Yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
an action.
Sure.
So I'll do
Double
60.
Sure. Bryn, what are you doing on your turn?
I will run forward.
Okay. Richter, similarly, on his turn, start going forward. Loop.
I will double move 50 feet.
Yes.
Hang on.
Okay.
Richter is gonna, because he can't land there, so he's gonna double move. Can he double move?
Yep.
Tell him he can.
Yep. Yeah, he moves his full 60. I mean, if everybody's moving on their turn, you'll all move in a line.
Yeah.
You'll all just move in a line instead of this, like, squeezing, like, trying to pull each other down.
Is that what you want to do? Because you didn't say you were double moving, were you?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance, but that's
You are after Bryn. You're after Lily. I might have skipped you.
yeah, that's fine.
Did I? Didn't I just ask you?
You did, and I moved, but I didn't get a chance to double move.
Well,
but that's
you
okay.
have
I
an
should have
action.
said.
So
it
you have to use
earlier.
your action.
But yeah.
For movement or spells or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Loop, you're...
Yeah, moving as fast as I can.
Okay. Turmeric.
Also moving.
Okay.
Smartly moving.
And Holden.
Also.
Sure.
Fucking
As you all start running down this narrow path, hand on the left wall, very aware of this death drop to your side, running in, for all intents and purposes, pitch black, except for the light cast by these things. They seem to be giving chase. As you look behind you, you can see these 4 orbs seeming to spiral around one another, chasing you down this path. Keeping pace with Loop. As you continue to run, there's every round that you continue to run, the 10-foot distance. Loop can only move 50 feet.
I'll grab Loop and put him on my floating disc.
You're still on your disc?
No, I'm not on it. It's still there.
Okay.
I'm not on it.
How? The
But
disc
it'll
just follows you,
Follow
right?
me, yeah.
Okay. Sure, that works. Yeah. Yeah, you're able to scoop them up. And just
See
put them
him
on the disc.
falling behind.
And these creatures only move 50 feet per round. So as you are all continuing at your 60 feet, the gap does start to grow larger and larger.
Are they double moving themselves?
They will be. Yes. Are you not double moving?
No. I'm gonna.
You're gonna?
I'm moving them.
Yeah, but then we. Okay.
But wouldn't they be 10 feet back?
Yes, they can only move 50 feet, remember?
That's what I counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But like for the
Should be-
cameras purposes, wouldn't it be?
It was set up exactly like this, right? So it should be exactly this.
Yeah,
These two
these-
should be back like this. And then Lysa and whoever was second last will have these two pace with them.
Mm.
Oh, you said Luke this was.
But yeah, so Luke has
Sure.
been scooped up. So it is, I guess, Lysa and Holden. are still in range.
We're in range, yeah.
Okay. Lysa's looking cooked. Yeah, because it's 10-foot gap, so that's how it should be. That is natural 20.
We lose one of our
Bye,
escorts.
Lisa.
Oh, the one I've been working on for our campaign.
We should have.
She's still conscious. There is this huge bolt of lightning that throws her back into the wall, where you can hear hit the side, and she slides down for a second. You get the sense she kind of shakes stars from her vision as she picks herself back up. Holden, that is 25 to hit.
Yeah.
That is only 5 points of lightning damage. As it hits your armor and burns a little bit of the skin beneath. It's your turn, Holden.
You said that she's down now?
No, she's still standing.
Oh, okay.
But she got kind of blasted back against the wall and had to pick herself up.
Same thing. I'll move when they move.
Okay. It is Lysa,
Saying keep on moving.
who will, I guess, disengage this time and move 30 feet up. Because she will not survive the attacks. Did she get 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, she'll move up to the top of the pack.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Lily? Your turn. As everyone is just running, you can hear a few explosions and lightning crackling behind you.
Where is Lily? Where are you?
Just scooch them back. Just
Yeah, I'm
scooch,
gonna
scooch
scooch
everybody
this.
back in a line.
How does this work? There are 4 in there.
Yeah. Holding is diagonal from the red one, and then everyone else in a line.
It's like a Flintstones cartoon.
Yabba dabba doo.
Okay, so Liza is in front of me,
Yep, she's kind of pulling,
Okay.
clawing her way up.
trying to get
Seems to be
move
breathing
forward.
pretty heavily.
Okay. I'm gonna keep running, but I'm gonna keep towards the back of the group. So if Holden passes me, okay. Does that make sense? Sort of.
You're gonna keep running, but keep to the back of the group.
Yeah, like I'll if I don't know how to.
Like I've been readying my move, and as
To-
everybody else moves,
yeah.
I'm gonna move along with them. That's what I've been doing, right?
Are you trying to move to the
Yeah.
back of
If
the pack?
everybody's
I don't-
moving,
I'm not-
If everybody's moving, you can just
Stay in a line.
Yes.
And there will be one more round. Holden, you'll say one more attack of opportunity, but then unless you stop for some reason or something stops you, you'll be free of these. They won't be able to catch you. You think?
I'll just keep running then,
Okay.
but not move past anybody. I guess.
Bryn? What do you
I
do for your
will double move.
Okay, Richter is still charging ahead. As he runs, there's a minute where you can hear a boot of his slip off the edge. He goes, oh! And he kind of rolls himself back onto his back and quickly gets up and starts proceeding again, a little more slowly than he was before.
Okay.
Loop?
I am going to attempt to cast Earthbind on the one that is still in range of Holden.
What does the text on Earthbind say?
Choose a creature you can see within range. Yellow strips of magical energy loop around the creature. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw or its flying speed if any is reduced to 0.
Okay.
Any airborne creature affected by the
Sweet.
spell descends at 60 feet per round until it reaches the ground or the spell ends.
And strength?
Strength.
6.
14, I think, is the save.
Sure. The one that you use Earthbind on, he watches these tendrils of energy shoot out of the cliff face and grab it as it drags it in, and it doesn't seem to be able to escape.
What was-
Turmeric, sorry.
What was the distance on that though?
300 feet.
Oh, okay. So Loop would be behind me. He'd be following behind me on the disc.
Is that that's legit?
Loop is riding the disc and just blasting spells out the back window.
Yeah.
Turmeric fucking wants to fight still, but thinks better of it and also moves.
Okay. So that's to me.
Hold.
Oh, Holden. I'll take the tech
Okay.
As I leave a range. Well, I mean, this guy's binded.
That guy's binded. Yeah. Bound.
Bound. So, no attack of opportunity there.
It just doesn't move, right?
Its fly speed is equal to 0.
Yeah, it still gets its attack.
Okay. That's fine.
15?
No.
No. As it bounces off the shield, shooting back kind of into the abyss.
If she readied her move. Her movement.
Yep.
And that would take up here.
Okay. Lysa's turn, who will double move. And you are free of these creatures, unless you stop. She goes 60 feet. Or as close as she can.
It's fucking uniform blocks not really computing for me.
I see that. They keep lined up. They just move a couple feet forward.
Yeah, I know.
As you guys are running, again, this very narrow, treacherous path, there are several times where you can feel your foot touch the edge of the path when the bottom of your stomach drops out. But after a few minutes of running, these creatures seem to, as you look behind, you seem to have lost them. And looking into the abyss, seems dark and quiet for now.
Whew.
What the hell were those things?
No idea.
You don't have an idea?
Richter turns around and goes, "Quiet.
Yeah, let's keep quiet.
Come on." Starts walking.
Right. We'll just follow him
Yeah.
quietly as possible.
I mean, to be fair, I'm blind down here.
Would you like to ride
Narrow
the disc?
fucking thing.
Will that help?
I'm gonna sneak back to
In front of me?
Lysa
Yep.
Oh, Lisa.
and give her a level 3 cure wounds.
Wow. Okay.
For 13.
That's something.
That's something.
So nice. So nice of you.
As you place your hands on her to heal her, there's a minute where you can hear her hold her breath. Not really sure maybe what's about to happen. And then as she's healed for 13 points, she seems to exhale very gently. Thank you. She kind of points ahead. Come on.
I nod in the darkness.
After another 20 minutes of slow, grueling progress through the dark, you can feel the wall under your hands change again. The sharp outline of brick, once again, kind of blessedly familiar now, that you can feel the wall seems to have changed. That sense of space on your right ended, or ending as you seem to be stepping into, or maybe out of, whatever this area is. Richter stops again and he lights a torch up. And you can see you do appear to be back in... It very much looks like the maze. The hallway made of the same brick, the same constraints, the same size, 10 feet by about 10 feet. But you can see that where the crossroads previously were these four-way crossroads, this hallway ahead of you just seems to L over to the left. And Richter holds his torch and goes, "If we're going to find what you need, the labs are just around the corner. One of us will," and he kind of looks at Lysa, "wait here," and she kind of nods. And says, "I will accompany you a little further, but it's as far as we go."
Right?
And as he leads you on, you can see that where this hallway L's, it leads on for about 50 feet, it seems, and then seems to end. You can see 3 doorways lead from the, as you're walking down, to be the left side of this hallway. Can't see what's beyond them. Not doorways per se, but entryways, maybe further hallways or passages. But that's what you see.
These, the labs?
It might be. Would you like to?
I'm asking Richter.
Oh, yes, just through there.
Before we move on, I kind of want to take some time here and see what happened to you all, if we can. So I want to ritually cast Detect Magic.
Sure.
And then kind of look at the people who got touched by those tendrils.
Sure. Yes.
Good
As
call.
you finish casting your ritual, you notice the new glow of Bryn's Staff of the Wildlands is very gnarled. It looks almost like a bonsai tree, but in a staff form. Where it's this very
cool,
tiny tree that has these proportions of a very massive oak, or the tree in its tree form on the top. And you do notice a glow. It would be. I'll look up the score right now, but those who were infected, Holden, Lily, and Turmeric, you do notice that glow about them.
Is it still on their back or just
It
their
seems
general
to
aura?
almost emanate from their whole person.
Okay.
Do we feel any differently? Have we been feeling any differently?
Not as far as you're aware. It is a enchantment. Is that a scroll? That might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's enchantment.
I was gonna say, I guess we can't cut it out.
I mean, we could still try. All the energy is stored in the spine, I hear.
Sure, those are valuable in some circles. Ooh. Yeah. Okay.
Do you have any idea what's going on?
I mean, I can dispel one of you and then have
Yeah.
no more level 3 spells for the day.
Could take a break before we go into the labs. I don't know.
Just sit here for 20 hours. How was the walk for you? The walk for me was pretty good.
Mine was okay.
Maybe we just dispel.
You know, campfire song when you pass the time.
And
Maybe
rock, paper, scissors.
wait to see how bad it is.
I sort of feel
before
fine.
committing. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I assume
it's
they're
not
gonna.
like-
Turmeric says, "What's the worst that could happen?"
Yeah.
Of course he does.
I
I
don't suppose it's life-giving.
I feel
Purple or
like
black smoke
I
that entered
wouldn't
my
think
body.
so. No, I wouldn't
Yeah.
think it's life-giving in any way.
Thoughts of a similar creature that you remember seeing in the containment cells above with the shields on kind of come to your mind. This strange ichor suspended in
Oh,
air.
in the room with 10 doors. Hall with 10 doors.
I mean,
I mean, if
I feel like 3 working people versus 2 working people is probably are a better bet.
yeah, okay.
And also, if the dispel magic doesn't work,
Yeah, it's better to know now
better to know now.
than before.
I guess I don't know if we'll know, but
Yeah.
it's probably better to know now. I know it's your last level 3, but
Okay.
I'll try to compensate with my fireballs.
Who wants to?
Rock, paper, scissors for it? Draw straws?
I can try to slug it out. Right,
it-
I'll deal with
Alright,
it if
alright.
I can.
Turmeric is looking like he wants to deal with it too, so I will attempt to cast Dispel Magic on Lily.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
As he's doing
Higher
this.
than level 3, I take it?
It appears to be, yes. Yes. And you have to beat the casting. The save of the caster?
The DC is 10 plus the spell's level.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I can drop Detect Magic and get an extra D4 on this, but then
I could
we
do
won't
detect
know.
magic.
You can do Detect Magic
I can
too?
do Detect Magic too.
Okay. I'll
I can
drop
cast it
Detect
as a
Magic and
ritual.
cast Guidance on myself.
Okay.
Lily's just oblivious to what's going on. She's just.
Oh god. Big D4s. 14.
14 doesn't seem to be enough. As you focus on the spell, You get the sense you were right on the cusp. Right on the cusp, but it's just whatever it is seems to be
Well.
too powerful.
We did
Okay.
our best. I mean, yeah. Shoot. I wonder if I should have prepared a
Well-
whole person in case these guys start freaking out. Late for that now.
Yeah, I guess whatever's gonna happen,
It's gonna happen.
it's gonna happen. So let's.
let it happen.
Any other
Continue on.
preparations we want to make before heading in?
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can cast. Like I was thinking, I don't think. No,
Yeah, I
not
guess.
more.
I guess we're good.
Sure.
Yeah,
We failed, and by we I mean me.
Oh no.
yeah. So we'll just have to.
Like, it just didn't work?
We
Just
not
didn't
strong
work.
enough.
I wasn't strong enough.
Fuck.
It's okay.
I'm gonna pat Loop on the back. It's okay.
You tried,
be
little
okay.
buddy.
Little buddy.
All right.
Okay.
Can I? It's a door at the end of
the.
the hall. Or
We still
where?
haven't passed.
Yeah,
the
it's just an entryway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
There's doors, there are doors.
Are there doors? There are
Yeah,
doors.
we made doors,
There
I
are doors.
didn't-
There are doors.
Doors.
Yep.
Okay.
Some have doors.
Some doors.
We all have doors. I made enough doors.
Staircase. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll approach a door,
Sure.
and can I see if I can hear, smell anything
Sure.
kind of
Roll
past
me a
it?
perception check.
All right. 11.
11
11.
seems to be unoccupied. You don't hear any noise or sense any movement.
Okay. I think it's good.
Sorry, I need to check something.
Do you want to have those things?
Yeah, it's probably time.
Yes. Yes, my friends. This is exciting.
I'm going to.
Do you have a way that you want to set it up, or just the way that
The way it was.
concepted it?
Yeah, the way it was concepted is how I plan. This is big.
Yeah, this is big. You're gonna have to move them over.
Let's see. Let's go. Door? How does it look? Door?
So my dispel magic roll was actually 17.
17 is enough.
Yes.
Yeah, 17
Yes.
does dispel the effect. So who got dispelled?
Lily.
I did.
Yeah, it didn't say specifically on the card whether or not I add my stat to it, so I wasn't sure. But according to random unofficial tabletop RPG website,
Sounds official.
it says make an ability check using your spell casting ability is how it words it on the card. So
Then yeah, that'd be your stat.
okay.
Yeah.
Give me that pen. No, marker pen. I imagine it goes a little something like this.
It might look a little something like this. Yep. And you open the first door. Do you open the first door?
I don't open it yet.
Okay.
We're right there.
That's the first door.
Okay. I'll open the first one, I guess.
Creaks open.
Very, yeah.
Darkness there.
What did we populate this with? What's that there?
As the heavy iron door creaks open, and one of Holden's lights drifts in, you can see what appear to be bookshelves, one of which has been knocked over. Books and shards of glass cover much of the floor. You can see desks. You can see an opening at the back, which seems to lead to some other smaller room that you can kind of just see the outline of some furniture or another in. And there appears to be that one is no door, just a doorway. But this one is a door. Seems to be a door leading into whatever other space there is.
How's that look on cam?
Yeah, it looks good on cam.
Good job, guys.
We'll get it in there once it's all set up. We'll get the combat cam in there.
Cool. Do you mind popping Lily?
Yeah, you can just take that door out.
So,
Can I look at? So there's bookshelves. There's one on the ground. Just a bunch of stuff.
As you step in, you can feel glass crunching underfoot. You're sliding on papers and bits of torn up books. Looks like this place was at some point kind of turned out, tossed through.
Can I just take a quick glance at some of the books?
Sure. It's a very big bookcase. Yeah, it's about
7 feet.
lay it sideways. How tall is that bookcase?
Huge.
That's a 15-foot tall bookcase.
Such nice ceilings.
roomy.
As you're looking at this very tall bookcase, there's a little one of those like ladders that kind of hooks onto the middle shelf. You need to get the top books off to the side. You can make a
Just like a general
investigation check.
sort of glance at what kind of books
seem to be
these are.
printed on some kind of paper.
I'm gonna yell up to Lily. Look for any spells.
Sure.
What check is this? Perception?
And you can hear Richter. You are
Investigation.
very loud.
My bad.
Oh yeah. Quiet. 8.
8. Appear to be books.
Okay.
There's no obvious titles on the spines or anything.
Yeah, I'll just pop back down and
Sure.
move forward.
Turmeric and I will also enter.
Okay.
And just be in the room.
Can I
You can see in that back room a smaller, looks to be a study of some kind. You can see a desk in there, a few more bookshelves and things.
Can I look through the fallen wardrobe?
Sure. Yeah. Roll me
See if there's
roll me an
anything.
investigation check.
20.
20. As you're digging through the debris in here and the detritus, there doesn't really appear to be anything of value. You find enough of these broken pieces of glass are curved. They very much kind of resemble bottles or maybe ampules for potions.
Okay.
But other than that, it's a bit of ripped clothing. Some of the knocked over furniture, the pieces of wood and things you find very much look like somebody's maybe come through and previously already tried to break things apart for whatever purpose.
Are there any of the herbs that we were looking for tossed in there?
No, they don't. They don't seem to be in here. You don't
Okay.
find really any kind of reagents
Okay.
or ingredients.
Okay.
Seems to be a study of sorts.
Maybe.
Can I head into the back room and see if I can find anything in there?
Sure. Roll an investigation. Back here, very similarly, seems to be somebody came through at some point, and it seems that somebody swept all the books off the shelves in this room, where they are completely littering the floor. None remain on the shelves. What'd you roll?
6.
6. You find that there are 2 locked doors on the drawers on the desk.
Can anybody pick some locks or something?
I can make a lock.
Or we could force these drawers open.
I can use my piece of winter to make a key. Like I fill the hole, and then I don't know if that would work.
Try
Ah,
it.
yeah, try it.
That's
Sure.
a
Give it
great
a shot.
idea.
Okay, I'm
if
gonna
it
try to make a key.
Great idea.
It's a really good idea. Seems to work pretty well. Yeah, the key is, as you take the little piece of winter, the little shard of metal in your hand, and you kind of focus on what you want to materialize, you can feel the key fill the space, and you can very quietly hear the tumblers kind of seem to be getting pushed.
Holy
and the
moly.
key is in your hand and complete.
Sweet. I'm gonna try to open. Should I check for traps first? I feel
I'm
like
gonna.
this
Oh, I'm not
has
even.
been a bad idea. I'm gonna check for traps first before I open it.
Roll an investigation check.
I do not like. I know
so
wizards.
many drawers with traps
I
in
know
them.
wizards.
16.
16. This drawer does not seem to be trapped.
Perfect. I will open it.
Sure. As you open it.
Explosions.
As you open it, there seem to be sheafs of parchment in this drawer. Various notes and things. Yes, this drawer appears to be notes and things.
Nothing of value.
Doesn't look like it.
Looks not so good. Should I open the other ones?
Maybe check out for traps too.
Okay, I'll check the next one for traps. What is it? Investigation? 24.
24. You're reasonably sure it's not trapped.
I will open that one.
Sure. In this drawer, you find a small vial with a cork stopper of some thin, it looks like water, a thin, colorless liquid.
Vial of thin with water. Okay. You're like, found some stuff. Don't know what it does.
I'm gonna whisper to Bryn, like, keep that away from turmeric. Put it in your pocket.
Yeah. Like, see if Tubi's looking over, and then I'm just gonna put it in my pocket. We'll look into that later. It's colorless. We'll have to get that examined later. Is there any more drawers? Is that it?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it back there.
Okay.
Shall we keep going?
2 more doors in the hallway.
Does anybody feel any different? Those of you that have been touched by...
I feel like I'm still okay.
Okay.
Feel it?
No tingling
It's
sensations?
hard to know. You're again. You just went through this very long run, and now every little ache and pain you're imagining just the most horrible thing.
No. All right.
When Luke did that
The spell?
spell on me earlier in the hall, did I feel anything?
Nope.
Nothing.
Did we see anything? Like, did we see anything, like...
expel from
Come
me
out?
or like?
Nope.
Okay. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe we're just overthinking
I feel like
things.
it's nothing.
Okay.
Okay, let's move.
Like I said, 2 more doors in the hallway. And then one up these stairs.
Let's,
I mean, this door's right here.
Sure. Yeah, let's do
Okay.
it. Let's go through it.
Sure. This door is unlocked, and as it creaks open, you see the glint of glass reflecting off.
That's a fucking thing, you guys.
Yeah, look at that. Even like
Let's
Looks
do
it's
it.
got elevations
elevated.
So
for some
good.
reason, so that we can never use it with any of our other pieces.
Reuse it.
We'll be able to reuse it.
So fancy.
Fine. What do we see, Matt?
You can put it all in the room. You see what appear to be, you're not really sure, these 8 glass structures, containers maybe of some kind. They seem to have a dark, viscous liquid in them.
Hey, Bryn, you want to get your detect magic going?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I will start on that now.
I will also start on ritually casting detect poison and disease.
Okay. Yeah, so in this room there are these 8 tanks, they seem to be. Some dark viscous liquid in them. 3 slabs or maybe tables in the middle of the room. A workbench on the far end. Again, notes and papers, parchments, all strewn all over the place. As your detect magic finishes,
Yeah.
you do not detect any magic, other than the glows that you kind of expect off you. You take a minute to admire your new staff. And, as you finish detect poison disease, Is it like detect magic? It's kind of a heat vision.
You sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you. You also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creatures, or diseases in each case.
Okay.
Spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay. Loop, you can sense the disease that you would assume is lycanthropy contained in each of these tanks. Kind of peering through the liquid. As you bring light closer to it, you can see through it a good amount. And there appear to be creatures hanging in these tanks, suspended in this liquid. At the base of each of the tanks, there appears to be a numeral going from 1 to 8. And the creatures appear to be different from one another. Very much resembling the sort of hybrid creatures you've been seeing. But some of them appear to be mostly humanoid. Others appear to be almost primarily animal.
Do they appear to be like asleep or in stasis kind of thing? Are they...
They don't respond as light comes close, and you kind of look in. You just see open, kind of staring eyes.
They're not moving inside at all?
They don't seem to be.
Okay.
While Loop's doing that, can I show him my vial to see if he detects the vial I just picked up?
Sure.
The color one?
It does not detect whatever it is. It is neither magical nor a poison.
Okay.
This is where...
I mean, what is a poison? How do you define a poison? You know what I'm saying?
Will it kill me if I drink it?
Poisonous to the caster, probably.
Richter didn't follow us in here.
No.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'll let everyone know that these, whatever's in these vats, appears to be like liquid condensed force, condensed lycanthropy. Don't drink it. Don't get it on you. It's probably bad.
It's in like a clear glass sort of container.
Yeah, they're pretty big. They're about, I would guess, 5 feet.
Can I investigate them to see if there's like any, not touching them, but seeing if there's like any writing or runes on them or anything
Roll
like
me an
that?
investigation check.
Ugh. 7, but I rolled a natural 1.
A natural one. Other than the numbers at the base of the tanks, you don't find anything.
Can I check around the room, looking for specifically like paperwork or anything that references the numbers on the tanks?
Sure. Give me an investigation check as you kind of leaf through the many papers throughout this place.
14.
14. You do find something in kind of on the work desk amidst all these stacked sheafs of parchment. Let me just make sure. Yes. Pass it to Kevin. To Loop.
Stuff.
Stuff we're learning. Maybe we'll find out your origins.
Yeah.
A werebear.
Looking at these things as close as I can, and as thoughtful as a guy like Holden can. Like, are these alive?
Roll an investigation check.
Holy. 2.
2. You're not sure. They seem to be just hanging in this liquid, eyes open but unseeing.
And this is obviously like run down and how like what's the condition?
Other than the mess, other than the paper strewn about and the bits of broken furniture and the overturned desks, the tanks themselves seem undamaged. The place seems in fairly reasonable repair. There's no, the walls aren't collapsing in like many places you've seen down here. Other than the mess, it does seem more or less intact.
I have a question regarding my staff.
Sure.
Since we don't know when like dawn is down here, Can I assume after every long rest it's been reached? So I don't actually know how many charges it has? Okay.
Dawn is dawn.
Fucking sucks.
Dawn is dawn, I'm afraid.
Yeah, we don't have a timekeeper.
Well then.
Can I safely assume that this goes onto the hallway over here? And I kind of want to get these guys' attention to question them about this.
It does go into the hallway.
Yeah.
You call out to Richter?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear his voice after a moment. What do you want?
Richter, come over here. Come have a look at this. Do you ever come into these pots?
Perhaps I've been down here a long time. And as he makes his way to the room with the tanks, he kind of looks around and says, I don't remember these.
These new? These?
Well, not new, I wouldn't think. He kind of runs a claw down one of them and picks a thick layer of dust off. And says, it's been here a long time, but I've never been in here.
These seem like, I don't know, experiment chambers? I don't really know. There's a lot of information. I think that this might be where everything sort of started for you guys.
He looks at you.
As I hear all Holden say that from the notes that I'm scanning through, and actually, I think this is something differently entirely. Well, there's good news and there's bad news.
Give us the good news.
Good news first.
Good news first. All
Bad
right.
news first.
So the good news is these 8 tanks here seem to be in various stages of receiving a cure for lycanthropy. It seems like Hallister Blackcloak was devising both the weapon and the cure, creating the lycanthropes and trying to find a way to cure it and control them at the same time, kind of thing. The tanks here are kind of how he has progressed. It doesn't seem that he's been very successful so far. There is also mention in some of these papers as to a 9th experiment that's apparently kept under lock and key somewhere, where the creature in this 9th tank seems to have whatever the secret of the cure is locked in this 9th tank in its blood. It's very, very cryptic, but yeah, so
But it's
maybe
a cure?
if we examine these tanks, we can figure out why the cure hasn't been working on these ones. Or if we can get our hands on whatever the blood is in this 9th tank, we could bring it back here and maybe try and add it to these tanks. I'm not too sure. So yeah, that's the good news. The bad news.
That's the good news?
The bad news is apparently Hallister Blackcloak was also aware of the taming and had tried many different forms of it over the years to try and cure this disease or this sickness, as it were. And all of them have been unsuccessful. So whatever the cure is, it seems to be hidden within this 9th experiment, and the taming will probably not work.
Well, he can't be for sure. Like, we can't. Does it say which type, like, what taming ingredients he used? Maybe.
Yeah. He mentioned specifically trying to work it through with Nightshade, Wolfsbane, and Hemlock have all been tried in various proportions, and there's sheets
Stats.
of tried percentage of this, and two dashes of Wolfsbane and 3 pinches of Nightshade didn't work. But
I see.
yeah, it seems that all of those options have been exhausted.
Maybe he didn't get the components right.
Yes, and I look around at all of this majesty that this amazing wizard has willed into existence and remain silent.
So, cure is not going to work.
The cure that we thought was going to work is probably not going to work, but there's a lot of evidence that show that there's another cure in these labs somewhere. We just have to find it and figure out how to use it.
It mentions a 9th tank.
Yes, a 9th tank.
Does it you said it was under like lock and key, but it doesn't mention if it's in the
No.
same area or
No, nothing like that. But yeah, maybe we can... I don't know if we want to open these things up. I don't think that's a good idea, but...
I don't think so. I mean, we don't know what's in there.
Can we, like...
I feel like it's this time when Turmeric would knock on one of them.
Pretty much. Start making
Try to knock one of the tanks over.
Not knock it over, but at least like knock on it.
Trying to make eye contact.
Yeah. As he... Dun, dun, dun. Nothing seems to happen. The creature inside doesn't respond.
So knowing what I know now about how the creatures in these tanks are have been attempted to be cured before, can I like walk around and determine like which ones seem to have been more successful or
Knowing what you know now, there does seem to be a bit of a pattern or logic to it where number 1 seems to be very animalistic, mostly animal. But by contrast, number 8 seems to be mostly humanoid, and it very much seems to make a spectrum between them.
So it seems like experiment 1 was the first attempt at the cure, potentially using this blood. And then number 8 is the progression of getting it to
Getting
work.
it there.
Yeah.
I think Toomey can speak with beasts, if I'm not mistaken. Or speak
Yeah.
with animals. Maybe he could try to talk to one of them in there. I don't know if that's worth it.
Just because everyone good for 5 today. We got started a little bit late. We're good to run till 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know.
He'll try. He'll do his ritual. He'll start his ritual to speak with beasts.
Sure. Yeah, 10
And
minutes passed.
Yeah, as that happens, we've searched. Loop has searched all these cabinets and stuff, or most of them,
Yep.
presumably.
Yep.
Yeah, there's one door left. I mean, I could only assume that the 9th tank is there.
Are these like
They appear to be slabs or,
Yeah,
or
like
table,
slab.
operating tables, maybe.
can I check if like any of them are like mobile? Like if there's like an underground cavern.
As you go and push, they seem to be. They're not fixed to the floor, but they
Yeah.
seem to be very. They're made of stone
Sturdy.
and very, very heavy.
Okay. I gotta find this 9th tube.
Lily is just kind of looking at these tanks and the creatures inside. She's like visibly irritated. She kind of has a snarl under her breath.
Are you alright?
No, I don't understand. I don't understand any of it. The taming is something that helps. It's not a cure. The oath that we take, we're not supposed to get cured, I guess.
Yeah, you're supposed to kind of deal with it.
Yeah,
Kind
and
of
it's
own it and take control of it. And this guy was trying to. I mean, he created it, and he's also trying to uncreate it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the taming seems like a middle ground. I can
Yeah.
understand your irritation. Maybe. What's your dude's name?
Well,
No,
what dude?
the dude who gave you the taming.
Ben.
Ben?
I thought it was Ben.
Ben? Tarum is the.
I feel like
Can
Ben
we
was a
wear it?
different
Oh.
mentor of hers
Ben?
in another life.
My bad.
That's Benji.
That's Benji. It's a different one.
Tarum.
Nope.
I thought it was Ben.
It was Ben.
Was it?
Tarum was Ben's master that you initially hunted.
Yeah, we hunted Tarum.
Yeah.
Ben was the.
Okay, I
rat,
thought it was-
the.
Apparently, she's just been mentored by a lot of Bens,
Bens.
Benjis, and others.
Coincidence?
Maybe he just wasn't aware, like of really even the origin of everything.
Do you think yours is the same? Like, if it doesn't work for the other creatures down here, like your
Yeah, we're kind
disease
of
is
kind
the
of flown
same?
on that
I guess it's
assumption.
like muted.
Richter has made his way back at some point. He doesn't. You get the sense he's maybe not the brightest as you're all talking about cures and reagents. He just sort of glazes over and eventually just turns around and walks back out.
Like, I would still want to try the taming that I was taught for, like, Xander and his
Yeah.
people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm curious to see this ninth creature. I'm pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's just these ones seem like it's like an entirely different type of disease than what you have, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've never, at least since we've known each other, I don't think you've ever kind of been stuck halfway.
Yeah, correct.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it may be because this is the origin of it, where like your version of the disease maybe has mutated above ground. So maybe the cure would also work for you if you wanted to take the cure, but it might also work for everyone else.
What's
So
that smile on your face for?
Well, let's go on. Let's go on and look for this ninth tank.
Yeah, that's kind of our only lead to go on now, since the taming is potentially a bust.
should we try the next door? Maybe it's hidden.
Maybe it's
In the
right
next
next door.
Da-da-da! I mean, it might be behind one of the cabinets, or maybe we can rummage through this place. It looks like someone else did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this guy built an undermountain, so I feel like his secret chamber would be underground. But
Yeah, secret chamber in a secret laboratory seems like it makes sense.
Yeah.
exactly.
But I mean, let's finish
When I-
exploring before we.
Because I did detect magic, there was no other magic like around the walls or anything.
Didn't seem to be.
Okay.
Can I go check that other door?
Sure.
See if it's open.
Yep, it is unlocked. You see. Where's the final room? We should slide everything Kev's way a
We'll
bit.
see. Yeah.
How does that one work?
The dimensions don't. It should line up with the hallway. This third door is.
Yeah.
You realize the third door of the hallway. It did once, I think.
I had other pieces.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
It does line up with
It
the
does,
hallway.
yeah.
Though. Yeah. And then each of these has a heavy iron door. So these appear to be, as you walk in, from the one you can see, brick walls, very heavy, solid iron doors, in contrast to the kind of lighter wooden ones you've been opening. And you also notice that there appears to be blood on the ground in here.
Like that blood splatter.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to mark up our nice things. I'll use a little bit of tape.
It's all right.
How
We're all
about?
essentially
I don't want to draw
disposable.
on them. No, we could use this. It could be a lot of things. It could be the pub or
Ooh, you guys should Mod Podge it, and then you can,
Right on it?
You know what I'm saying?
then you can, use a marker on it.
Okay, we'll
don't know
keep
what
that in
that is,
mind.
but yeah.
I have
Alright,
lots
maybe
of
I'll
Mod
draw on
Podge.
it.
It might work.
I got lots of Mod Podge.
It's like,
There appears to be blood coming out from underneath
Just mark it.
this door where it looks like it's coming out from.
And these are all closed gates, did you say?
Yeah. Yes, they're all
How,
closed, heavy iron doors, not gates. You can't see through them.
How long does it look like the blood's been there for?
Yeah,
Roll
like
an investigation check.
dried up.
As you're looking at it, it looks wet and
It's fresh.
11.
11. It looks reasonably fresh.
Can I investigate?
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Is my detect magic still on?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Can I see, like, as I'm looking around, if there's anything that's coming up magical?
Sure. You do not detect magic. Here, I'm just going to use like dice, I guess, for the doors. Somebody just throw a d6 on the other one. All these heavy iron doors are closed. And you notice that there are numerals on these doors as well. Seemingly going 9 being 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, 11, 10, 9.
12, 11, 10, 9. Okay.
There's a sack of dice. We can
What'd you roll?
make that happen.
13.
13. This blood smells wrong. Bad. You can't really put your finger on it. It almost doesn't smell like blood in a way. Where there's something off about it.
Is my detect disease still going?
I'll say it's just coming to an end as you kind of examine this blood pool. You do not detect any disease in the blood.
Well, I mean, the notes I found referred to experiment 9. So
And it was cured, right? Number 9?
the cure was
in its
present.
blood.
present in its blood.
So maybe that's why we don't detect any disease in this.
The notes imply that whatever cure they synthesized worked and lives in the blood of this 9th experiment.
Well, that
They also transfused the blood from that one into the others. So, maybe only check the 9th door?
Can I I know that Loop's that spell might have worn off, but can we like backtrack like 2 minutes
Sure.
before it does?
Sure.
Can
Well,
I?
maybe.
Okay.
Maybe, within reason.
Okay.
What do you want?
I would just wanting to like unwrap my arm,
Yeah.
and see if Loop can like look at my like gashes and cuts that I
Sure.
have, and see if you can see
Uh,
anything.
Is that a cry for help?
You do.
This way, this way.
Yeah.
You do detect it's different than the lycanthropy in the tanks, but you can detect her own seemingly unique brand of this disease.
Okay.
interesting.
Okay.
So that's coming out of 12, did you say? Because it's 9, 10, 11,
Yeah,
12.
seems to be. You can see it under the door. Seems to be have come from out from under the door.
And did you notice that it was still fresh?
It's
Yeah.
wet. You can see it looks wet, Holden, as you're like
Yeah.
it's shiny, reflecting your lights.
I think we should stick with door number 9.
And,
Yeah, and maybe not step in the blood.
well, do you hear or smell anything coming out of these?
Can I try to see if there's any noise coming from?
Like
The number
in
9?
doorways in the night.
Yeah.
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
17.
17. Okay. Where's Lily?
Lily is right here.
Here's what you notice.
That is
Oh, never mind.
Turmeric.
That's turmeric.
Oh, that's
I lied.
turmeric? Oh, sorry. Where's Lily?
Lily's right here.
towards the back.
It's long hair.
That one.
Watch your gnomes. As you step in his blood, Lily.
I do step. Okay, sure.
Well, I mean, it's 10 feet,
Yeah,
unless
yeah.
you'd have to, like, running leap to get through it.
Yeah, sure.
As you step into it, at first nothing happens, but it is wet and sticky and tacky, and you can feel it kind of sticking to your boots. And as you move your second 5 feet through it, your foot becomes stuck.
Oh no.
And we will roll initiative as from the center of this blood pool, it begins almost bubbling as though it has depth. And you watch as this creature, it looks vaguely, it almost reminds you of a tiefling, this horned creature with these curving, wicked horns on its head. It seems to be made of this blood.
Crazy.
Rises up as it
Oh no.
grows from the center. I'll have to get a miniature.
There was a blob earlier.
Oh yeah, well, so these creatures are big. These creatures are large.
Oh.
This creature is large.
Oh.
We'll
Blob
combat
creature.
music for it. Perfect.
Blob creature.
Yeah, where's that swirly? Perfect. That's actually the perfect one for this.
Boom.
Yeah, so just put Lily on the space. Yeah, put it underneath her and put her on top. Hmm. 25 to 20.
Turmeric 21.
21 on Turmeric.
Holden 20.
Holy.
Yeah, those are good rules.
See.
22, 15.
17 for Loop.
16 for Lily.
Nice.
5.
Bryn got 5. Okay. Lily, as this creature surges up, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
20.
20. Okay. You take half damage. That is what's half of 13? 6 points of damage.
6.
Okay.
As these tendrils reach up and wrap around your boots and your legs, and you can feel like where they touch you, there's a very strange sensation that as they pull away, you can see a bit of your blood, it seems, on the outside of your armor, as though this creature is somehow sucking the blood out from underneath your skin everywhere it touches.
Gross.
And as it does, it kind of seems to stand up a little taller and bulk up a little bit more.
The worst.
And Lily, you were dispelled, right?
I was, yes.
Turmeric.
Turmeric. How does it work in this space? Can he move through? He
Yep.
can move through, right?
It is this swirling, almost this vortex of blood where this creature is emanating out from the middle. But yes, he can move through another creature space. This creature is, like Lily is right now, you are able to stand in this creature's space.
I see.
It is comprised of liquid, seemingly.
Let's rage out
Okay.
and is it just like a blob of goo?
A blub.
No, it very much seems to have a face, these curving
Oh
horns
yeah,
that
right.
rake back.
He will then. So he can occupy the space.
Yeah.
Sort of get into a spot there where he can hack and slash
Sure.
with a rage attack. So that's advantage on strength plus 2 to bonus damage.
Yeah. Reckless attack is the advantage, but you are attacked back with advantage.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, you can do both.
Yeah, so he's gonna also reckless attack
Okay.
from there. Oh, that's not good. Advantage. Wow, fucking brutal. 10,
10 is not
11.
enough.
Yeah.
11, still not enough. As the sword pierces this creature, it just seems to pierce this creature with no effect. As he pulls it back, it is now covered in this very bright red blood. After Turmeric is Holden. And then
Holden will then
Uh,
attack.
He gets second attack, doesn't he?
Oh, yes.
Indeed
Sorry.
he does. Okay, he's gonna try a second attack.
Still with advantage.
And
I think Reckless is only the first
yeah,
attack
first
of the
attack.
turn.
First
Yeah.
attack. As a natural 1.
A natural 1, okay. That is a miss.
Yeah, that is a miss. Thanks.
Holden, you're up.
Okay, Holden will attack with his shield. That is plus 6, 16.
16 is enough. That'll roll damage.
10. Hard diamond. Where are my hard diamonds? Damn it! Give me a hard diamond. Sorry, soft diamond.
You got 10 of them right in front of you.
No, they're counting my lives. Um, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10? Okay. Your shield is a d10?
Yeah,
Okay.
two-handed.
just
so that's
checking.
two-handed. Yeah.
Just checking. Reckless attacks are on all attacks on your turn. Just as we called out on the first attack? Okay. Give me one more attack roll for turmeric then. We're close enough that...
It can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now too.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me one more attack roll for turmeric then.
11 plus 17.
17 is enough. Go roll damage for him. 11 attack rolls.
28.
Strength. Oh, yes. Okay. But attack rolls... Yep. Okay. Yep.
And sorry, he has like a brackets here, and that's when he's raging.
That might be two hands?
It should be D8 plus 5.
D8
total.
plus your stat plus 2 for your rage.
Yeah.
So D8 plus 5.
Yep.
That's an 8. 2, 7.
7. Okay. He hacks at this creature, and it does seem to have a little bit of effect where the sword kind of takes a bit of this liquid off of it. But as you watch, most of this liquid falls to the ground at the bottom of the pool and seems to be absorbed back into the creature. It does take a little bit of damage. That was 8, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. And now your damage, which you rolled, which was with the shield. D10.
D10, what was it? 10, that's off 10, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 points.
Yeah.
Okay. For whatever reason, your shield seems to have a little bit more of an effect as you get in. You notice there is this shimmer from your magical shield, possibly. You're not sure. But it does seem to have a better effect.
I'm going to use my bonus action to try to shove it down, prone. Strength versus your athletics or whatever.
It's a large creature.
Yeah, I can do it up to one size larger than I am.
Okay. You can try.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little weird. This is kind of a column of liquid. I rolled a 20.
I roll a natural 1.
Okay, great. It's a column of liquid. As you go to shove it, your hands just go in and come out soaked with blood and little flecks of gore. And it is
I'm not
Hoopster.
fighting this thing.
Lily, you're up after Loop.
I don't want to get close, so I'm going to use my sling
Okay.
and fire a pebble at this thing.
Sure.
Well, a stone. Pebble for me. 20 to hit.
20's a hit.
For 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
3 points of damage. You watch as the stone disappears into this geyser of blood.
And then I will step away from this thing back up here.
Okay.
Here? Or you want to go further back?
I'll go standing beside you.
Lily's your turn.
Okay. I'm just going to try to attack it with shear.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage. Or, pardon me, roll attack.
And I'm still stuck, right?
No, you are not. You made the check. You made the save.
Oh, okay.
Were you top of the round, or have you gone already?
No, I haven't.
Have you fought?
No,
Okay.
because you stepped into it and then he attacked, and that was it.
Gotcha.
Can I? Am I still in his little pool?
Yep.
I'm assuming.
Turmeric is top of the round.
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack with sheer.
Okay, no, I'm rolling that.
No. Natural 1.
Not gonna do it.
Can I extra attack?
Yep, you can take a second attack.
Dunking it into there.
11.
11 is not enough. As sheer seems to pass again through this almost substanceless creature. Bryn.
I am going to cast haste on Turmeric.
Okay.
So you can add +2 to his AC. He'll get.
Fuck.
Guy's not even here, and he's still getting all the buffs.
I know, but he's the heavy hitter.
Okay, that's haste, right?
Yeah. So he gets +2 to his AC, advantage on his dex throws, and 1 additional action.
So 3 possible attacks.
Yeah.
Anything else for your turn,
And
Bryn?
it was just an extra attack, not an extra action.
It's an extra. No, it's an extra action, so he can attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
that will be it.
Okay. It is the creature's turn. Oops.
You got some fight music?
It's playing.
Is that fight music? Okay.
This creature, again, seems to almost pull the blood around its base, this pool, pull it into itself as it rears up. And Lily and Turmeric, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
The symbol is gone. Oh, yeah. 22.
22. Good.
I'm gonna use my luck.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you luck.
Luck. Ugh, I want luck.
Okay.
Think about how powerful I'd be.
Not very good.
Because you whiff your
Steve.
first time doing everything.
Yep.
8.
8.
Yeah.
So Turmeric makes the save. He takes 5 points of necrotic damage. Lily, you take 10 points of necrotic damage. And you are grappled until your next turn. But as this creature grapples you, you watch as this tendril of blood shoots out and it wraps around you. It covers your face and mouth and nose, and you are unable to breathe.
Oh my gosh.
That's so scary.
And again, you can feel it pulling blood from you and Turmeric as it builds itself up, even bigger than it was before.
Okay.
Turmeric, who just took damage. This little wriggling black shadow
Oh, great.
in the back of Turmeric's mind seems to activate.
Ugh,
Uh-oh.
good lord.
Uh-oh.
What's it do?
Save yourselves, guys.
Bryn and I are already at the door.
Yeah.
Let's get out
That's why we stood back. We're like, well, these guys are done.
And it is Turmeric's turn, so I will take Turmeric's turn. Who's close to Turmeric? Lily?
Yeah.
As this thing is going to grab you, you can see Turmeric behind, and it looks like there's something not quite right with his eyes. And as you look at them, they are just black, these black orbs
Crazy
in the center of his head. And he takes his longsword, Lily, and it seems like he's going to stab at the creature, but you realize too late that he is thrusting through to stab you.
I see that, and I'll put protection on it.
Okay, what was that, minus?
Just disadvantage.
Okay. He's still raging. He will recklessly attack. So it's an even.
So that's
throw.
even. Okay.
That is, what's his bonus?
Attack bonus?
Yeah,
6.
that is 24 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, and this one a D8. plus 5. That
This is where-
12 points of slashing damage.
I'm unconscious.
Oh, boy.
Guys. This
As
is where turmeric
Turmeric.
kills me.
thrusts through this creature.
Oh no.
As you fall, how far are you holding? Holding you 10
5 feet away. 10 feet away from.
Lily.
from Turmeric.
Oh.
You're 10 feet
Yeah.
from Turmeric.
Yeah.
He will step 5 feet into the space in front of Turmeric, still seeming to pay no mind to this creature as he's just wading through a lot of this blood, which is now completely covering him. And he will use his second attack on you, Old. Does it still have disadvantage? For protection?
What do we. No, that's just the one time.
Okay. That is. It was plus 6, right?
Yeah.
19 to hit.
Need to repeat. I will shield.
Sure. As the longsword comes carving down towards you.
Oh,
Reaction.
yes, I can.
Oh, protection.
Yeah,
you're right.
so that
Thank
hits.
you. Okay.
Good call.
There's 10 points.
Okay.
No, it's okay. Sorry.
Okay. Of damage. Slashing damage from Turmeric's greatsword.
Oh.
And. Oh. Well, I don't even. It doesn't matter what his wisdom is. He rolled a 20 as he kind of blinks for a second and looks around and in very Turmeric-like fashion goes, "What happened?" And is now Holden's turn.
You fucker.
That was a good roll.
So he snapped out of it then?
He seems to, for the time being, anyways.
Did I? Because I got damaged, is that affecting me?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yes. Yes, I will take your turn. As. Well, I guess Lily's unconscious. Knock Lily down. As Holden, you will turn as Turmeric. What's happening? The same thing seems to happen to Holden, where this darkness fills your eyes starting from the center, and they just become these black orbs. As you can feel this presence controlling you. Almost something physically feels like it's pulling strings attached to you.
The worst of us to have this.
What's your bonus to hit?
Two-handed is plus 6.
Plus 6, that is 17 to hit Turmeric.
Turmeric has
With
bonus
his
AC.
He's 16. Oh, no, you're right. He does have 2.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, does he have another attack because he's hasted?
Yep,
Okay, he'll take his third attack on Holden then, before we
he
move
does.
on. That's a natural one, but I have advantage. That's only 15, that won't hit.
Okay, that one. Okay, so that happens. He snaps out of it.
Yep.
Holding its hit. He's taking an attack on Turmeric. Turmeric.
Turmeric, yep.
What the fuck does he have here? 10, 4, 5, 6 plus 2, 18.
Okay, that is not a hit. As he manages to get out of the way of your shield. And do you have a second attack? You do,
Yes,
right?
I do.
What spells do you have available to you? What are my options here? Thunderwave?
Yep, yes, Thunderwave.
Perfect.
Ah.
He will Thunderwave you and Lily.
Turmeric and Lily.
Turmeric and Lily.
Lily's
That will also hit the dude.
That will
'cause
also
it's,
hit the dude. Yeah.
I think it's cube.
Yeah, it's a 15-foot cube, so he'll hit. Where's our new spell thing?
It's right here.
Here, yes, we use all of it.
So who is it? It's
From
I mean, he's
From
gonna hit.
Holden.
He's gonna hit these 3 squares. The cube, we don't really need it, but well, he's gonna hit these 3 squares.
yeah.
Yeah. So Holden will plant his shield in the bottom, the base of this pool of blood, as this huge thunder wave sprays most of his blood against the far wall.
That's a Constitution save, I believe.
Okay, well constituted.
It's 2
that's
fails,
gonna be,
right?
failed death save right there.
Isn't it 2? 2 fails?
Just one from a
One
spell.
fail?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's not a crit. This spell, luckily, cannot crit.
Yeah, Constitution. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Holy, what is fucking happening here? It's 22. That'll save.
Okay.
Because his thing is...
So he takes
10.
half damage.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll the damage and give it to Turmeric. And it's what, 15 feet that everything's pushed back?
Yeah.
Okay.
10 feet, 10 feet.
10 feet. Creature fails.
If you don't save
Creature fails.
2d8.
As it slides back. Lily fails as she is thrown against the wall in a heap.
Oh, that's good. 3
3 damage?
3 thunder damage.
Okay. Is the Total?
Yeah, 2d8s.
Oh shit. Okay, so you each take
Oh,
one,
whoa.
and the creature takes 2. Can I still action surge, Holden?
Yeah, that's still available.
Okay, I'll action surge. And I guess I'll attack Turmeric again.
Okay.
That is a 2. That doesn't matter. And that must be the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. And your vision clears as this, whatever it was, seems to have left you.
Fuck.
And it is Luke's turn. Yes, as you kind of come to, you see that Lily is in a heap. The far wall now just like sprayed this like blood spatter. It looks like Dexter in here. Luke, it is your turn.
Yes, it is. Can I
Wait, there
get
was-
to where Lily is without
That's it.
getting into the blood?
Yeah, I took 1 damage.
Is this blood still here?
That blood is no longer still there. As this creature moves, it seems to be pulling its pool with it.
Okay, so I can get to Lily without.
Yes, the blood is only contained on the creature now.
So yeah, I will walk up beside Lily and level 2 cure light wounds.
Sure.
How far can you go? 30 or?
25.
Because he was here, so 5. I don't know if this counts because it's a half
That'll
one.
count. That'll count as a
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll get him right there.
For 13 points of damage.
13.
Yeah,
You
Lily.
come to consciousness, covered in blood, absolutely covered in blood. You have to like clear your eyes as you're patting around trying to find sheer in all this mess and gore.
Was there any place of her where it wasn't covered in blood? Because that's where I touched her.
You can like kind of angle a finger in just so.
Your eyes.
Yeah. And that is my turn.
Sure. Lily, your turn.
Thank you.
Who's up next?
Ren is up next.
And she's the bottom, right? Yeah.
All right. Can I? So this thing is. So I'm gonna take half of my movement to stand up. I'm gonna use my force ball.
Your beat of force.
Force ball.
Okay.
Never
nice.
used it. I don't
Beat
know
of force.
any
What's been happening?
stuff.
Splat.
I'm not gonna look it up here.
Yeah, I'll write that down. I think a couple of us have it.
Of force, yeah, a few of you have
2
it.
of you. 3 and 3?
3. Luke has one. I have 3 beads.
You can use an action.
I have 3 beads.
You can use an action to throw the bead up to 60 feet. The bead explodes on impact and is destroyed. Each creature within a 10-foot radius of where the bead landed must succeed a DC 15 Dex save throw or take 5d4 force damage. A sphere of transparent force then encloses the area for 1 minute. Any creature that failed to save and is completely within the area is trapped within the sphere. Creatures that succeed or are partially within the area are pushed from the center.
That's super
My
cool.
goodness.
Only breathable air can pass through the sphere's wall. No attack or other effect can.
Or magic? Can't either? No way?
Only breathable air can pass through the sphere's
Alright.
wall. No attack or other effect.
All right.
10-foot square.
10-foot square. Well, he's about.
You can make that happen.
Yeah, can I throw the ball kind of behind him so it misses the party? 10, 5, 10.
Well, he's 10 feet. You could throw it at him.
Okay.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Sure. DC 15 Dex save for me. As this little bead that you guys bought in Waterdeep
I think so.
Yeah, I
a
can't
long
remember.
time ago.
Yeah, right before we
What does it do?
came down into here.
We didn't
The
actually.
save. It fails the save, so it takes 5d4 force damage. Go ahead and roll 5d4 force damage.
Okay. Thank you. 2, 8, 9, 10. 15.
15 points of damage. Okay.
Big damage.
When you're done, can you read that part where things can...
Yes, as you throw this little bead of force as it disappears into the center of this creature. Suddenly it expands as it makes this huge 10-foot radius. And you watch as this creature inside now, as the tendrils seem to hit the edge of the force as they... it seems to be trying to break out, but can't. And this lasts for 1 minute.
Okay, I'm gonna. It was my turn, right? Yeah.
It was your
so
action.
I'm going
Yeah.
to.
You have half your movement left, because you have to stand up.
That wasn't really an attack, was it? No.
It's an action to throw.
Yeah.
You can use an action to throw the bead. Using an item, using a magic item.
And then,
Using an
sorry,
action.
what? There, nothing can affect it?
Nothing can enter or leave
Okay.
for 1 minute.
What about a spell that only has a verbal component? I mean, words are like air.
No other effect. No other effect other than breathable air.
So then it's just kind of contained right now?
Seems to be, yeah.
Well, let's go explore that.
Anything else for your turn, Mo?
Sheer is gonna be out, and I'm just going to be bracing.
Okay.
Ready?
Did the
Can
right
I?
the right falls off when you fall
Yeah, I
unconscious,
don't
I would
have the
assume,
right on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Can you what?
Just like ready myself for something
How's
to
that? If
come
you have
into
2
my...
attacks, you can use an action. Well, no, you
No,
need to
no,
attack to
yeah,
get the second
that's
attack.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, no. Unfortunately.
That's okay. I'll just stay there.
Okay. Bryn, it's your turn. This creature is encased in the sphere, and you can see it. It's a cool effect of liquid filling this sphere hanging in front of you as it is firing these huge, heavy tendrils of blood at the side of the sphere.
You said only air can affect it, right?
Mm-hmm. Breathable air, no other effects.
What about the sound?
No
Sound travels in
other
air.
effects.
Come on.
It can hear you, but your magic will not work through the sphere.
Okay, Lily, how you feeling? You a little beat down?
Yeah.
I guess I will use my healer's feat on Lily. So I guess I will move. Can I go diagonally here or no? Because I can't be beside
Yeah,
where
you just
Luke
can't
is.
stop in his square.
So can I go here then?
Yeah, you can cut the corner.
And I will use my healer feat on Lily.
Okay.
So Lily, you'll get 1d6 plus 4 plus your max hit point. So whatever your max hit point is at right now. I think it's 5.
Oh,
Or plus your
Oh, hit dice.
hit dice, sorry. Plus
So,
your max
D6?
hit dice.
so D6 plus
4.
4, 9, plus...
And then plus your max hit dice, which I think is 5.
Yep.
So 14.
Okay, thank you.
Big healer kit heals.
Healing. Now I don't have many left.
Huge healer
More.
kit heals.
And I gotta add Lily to the list of knots. Cannot re-heal. And that will be my turn.
Okay. The creature rages in its sphere as it slams against its prison. It's Turmeric's turn. And then Holden right after.
Raging. Turmeric just wants to get at it, but he realizes he can't, so he's going to ready an action for the next round. Ready an
6
attack?
seconds from now.
Yeah,
The
because that's
sphere
when
will
it's going to...
fall in 9.5 more rounds.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking...
Yeah. And his haste will only last until his
Yeah,
haste will be
so
gone.
this guy's kind of just... I don't know. What the fuck can we do here?
Let's look in the doors.
Okay, he's just going to go face to face with it and just be ready for it. Because that's all he knows how to do. Ready in action? Ready to fight?
Sure.
Yeah.
After your Turmeric is Holden.
Holden will realize that it's encased and be like, we really can't do anything to this guy right now, you guys.
So let's not.
Yeah.
Let's go explore and get out of here and not fight him at all. Unless we needed the blood.
You guys want to check out that?
The 9th.
Yeah. Like, I'll stand here and be ready for it as well. But while you guys check out that that other door. What am I at? 25.
That's it for your turn, Olden?
I will healing potion myself.
Okay.
How many? 3?
Is it a greater?
No, regular.
2.
2.
Same thing always been. Same as always been.
Plus how many?
2.
4, 5, 6.
2 plus 2.
That gives me 31.
Anything else, Olden?
No, that's it.
Loop.
I'm gonna go up to the door on number 9.
Okay.
I think it's this one.
Yeah.
Is it like a solid iron door, or is it like jail cell style?
Solid iron door.
Solid iron.
Does it have a keyhole?
You're not there, but it
Sorry.
does. It does seem to have a keyhole. Yes.
Are there any holes in the door at all, or is it like
There's a slight gap underneath, maybe half an inch.
half an inch? Huh? I don't think I can fit through that. Probably not.
I've seen an octopus go through a hole like this in a plexiglass box on Reddit.
Those little invisible ones in Australia that are the #1 killers.
Do I
Blue
think
ring.
I could turn into something small enough to get through?
Can you turn into like a spider or an ant or something?
Probably. I mean, they don't have stat blocks or anything like that, because for stuff like that, it's only swarms that they really have.
You can turn into a spider, I would assume.
Spider.
I'm sure I could find stats for a spider. 5e1 spider. I what are the rules on druid shapeshifting? Like, what is the shapeshifting
It's
say?
any beast that I have seen before is with a CR level limited by my level, kind of thing.
There's stats for spiders.
Okay, I will
Tiny beast unaligned.
turn into a tiny spider and
Sure.
scoot under the door.
Sure. Easy enough to do. What do you see from your spider perspective?
And then I will pop back
Okay.
to...
In this cell, just the kind of time you have left for a quick scan, there appear to be a set of bones in here. And that seems to be it.
Okay. Can I... Is there still time? Well, turning's a bonus action for me, so can I check to see if the door is open from this side?
Sure. It is not. As you there's no handle to try, but as you push it, it is locked shut.
Okay, and I'll yell back through the door. It's just some old bones in here.
Okay, Lily, it's your turn. 6 seconds have passed since you shot the bead.
Dang. Okay. There's I'll go over to the door that loop number 9.
Sure.
Can I'm assuming it's locked, but can I try the handle?
Yeah, there is no handle, you would guess.
Oh, I see.
Putting the key in just
Okay.
moves whatever latch or locking
Okay.
mechanism.
I'll just kind of say I don't know what else we should we get out of here maybe, or I don't really want to fight this guy. He almost killed me. And that's it.
Okay. After Lily's bread.
I will try to use my shard to open door number 9.
Sure. It's now that you've done this 3 times, it's easy enough.
Nice.
The door unlocks.
And can I inspect the bones in the...
I'm gonna say using the shard as your action, using a magical item.
That's
It's
fair.
an action.
then I will just move myself over to this door.
Sure. After Bryn is turmeric.
Still waiting. Still holding.
Okay. Hold.
Holding. Still
Okay.
holding.
Luke.
So I will see Bryn kind of go up to the other door, and I'm going to walk by and put a hand on her and cast guidance and say, if anyone's going to figure out these bones in this short amount of time, it's going to be you. And then that's it for me.
Lily.
Um,
This
can
creature is still you can hear it banging against
Yeah.
the inside of its prison.
where is she? Can I go to door? Was this 11 or 12?
9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. 9, 10. I'll go to 10.
Sure.
Can I make a check? See if I can hear or smell anything through like maybe the crack of the door
Sure.
or.
Yeah, roll me perception.
11.
11. You don't smell or hear anything. See, you would guess it's empty.
Okay. That's it.
Bryn.
I will go investigate the bones.
Sure, roll me an investigation check.
14?
14.
D4 if you want to add it.
Oh yeah, and the D4. Yeah, I do. Sorry, I forgot. 16.
16. As you bend down to examine them and go to touch one, it turns to dust. Very strangely, you wouldn't, just looking at them, they don't seem like they've been down here for long enough to be in quite that state. But as you move to touch another one, it crumbles. Roll me a medicine check. What was your initial roll? Let's use your initial roll. Should have been a medicine check the whole time. We'll use whatever that first
16.
roll was.
Oh,
16.
it was 16.
Okay. It seems as though this creature's been dead for quite a long time, obviously. It seems as though the very marrow from the center of its bones may have been sucked out at some point. But that is all you find.
I will relay that to the team.
Sure. Whatever this creature was
Yeah.
seems to be long since dead.
Yeah.
Turmeric.
Sorry, I'll move myself in there.
Jesse's making faces and
Okay.
taunting this thing through its crystal.
Every time he does, it kind of rears back and launches itself at the front of the dome.
They're just egging each other on.
Okay, Holden.
What are you guys finding back there? We've got. This thing's gonna break out at any time here. Should we bug out? Are we answering any questions? I'm gonna keep talking until my
That's
6
it.
seconds is done.
That's about 6. Luke.
Whatever was in cell 9 here is long dead. The more I think about it, the more I think the blood that we need is right in front of us. And that's it for me.
Okay. Lily.
So this thing, it's fully encased.
Yeah.
So
It's a sphere.
there's no like blood marks around on the ground.
The room is covered in spray. You yourself are like wiping thick coats of it off you where you've been blasted by this creature.
Kind of like in front of where the sphere is on this creature.
Mhm.
Like there's blood I could assume is from it.
Yeah.
Do I have any? I think I have an old bottle from a healing potion. Can
Oh,
I?
you think you just
Let me
have an
check.
occasion there?
Double check.
I just
I like
popped
to
one.
keep
Holden
those
just
around.
went and one shattered on the ground as he threw it over his shoulder.
I have it.
I have a bottle of wine. Hey, does anybody have a vial?
I just threw one and broke one.
Bryn, it's your turn.
Probably it. I have a bottle of acid blood and a weird colorless vial that I don't know what it does.
Sorry, I guess I shouldn't say this right now. Never mind.
I will move to this door.
Sure.
And I will try to unlock it.
This door?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you'll use your action to
Yep.
make the key.
Yep.
Yep. It unlocks. And the heavy door swings open.
I will. 20. Can I look inside?
It leads into the hallway. It just leads back out. It's
Oh, it just leads.
The cage door.
The cage door.
Oh, the cage door. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, you can look inside.
Just gonna poke my head
It
in.
appears to be empty.
Okay. I will yell out.
Make it quick.
What should I do with this vial?
Action.
We'll show that colorless vial.
Turmeric's turn.
How much longer do we have in there?
I don't know.
Does he have in there?
I don't know. Turmeric doesn't know how long the thing
Turmeric
lasts, and
doesn't know.
he's not counting seconds.
No. Still making faces.
Okay.
He's out of rage, obviously. He hasn't done shit.
Yeah. How long does haste last?
It lasts a minute, so I'm keeping track.
Okay.
So has 40 seconds, I think. Is that right? I've been counting to 10, so every 10 seconds, right, per round?
6 seconds per round, but 10
Oh.
rounds per minute is correct.
10 rounds, yeah. So I'm
Okay.
keeping track. He's almost done.
Holden. Loop, you said this is what we need. We should probably position ourselves better to fight this thing. I'm good where I am. Turmeric's good where he is.
Well, it's not my turn yet.
Bryn,
I know, it's hard. It's
Bryn, you should get out of range of attacks. Yeah, let's form up here.
Okay, Loop, it is your turn.
Okay, so when I was searching the lab, did I notice any empty vials? Or jars,
Yeah,
or...
you'd be able to find most of them broken, but there was the odd intact one amongst the debris.
Okay, so as I'm running by towards grabbing one of these vials, I'll yell as I'm going, I think I saw some vials, and why were you guys attacking each other when you're standing close to that creature? Maybe you shouldn't stand close to that creature. And I'll double move.
Lily, it's your turn. Put that tank back up.
I would like to.
God help you if these tanks spill open.
Yeah, I would like. When we were in this room, can I? I'm gonna search this room. I'm gonna move in. I'm gonna
You get 6 seconds.
double move.
Well, if you double move, that'll be your turn.
Yeah.
35 is up here.
30 is right at the top of the step.
I'm gonna double move. Yeah,
Okay. That's you.
that's me.
Bryn, you're up.
I am going to also double move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Count these as one.
Oh yeah, 7. 1, 2, 3. I'll stay here and yell out, I'll prepare my cloud of daggers! Surround him!
Nice. Clown daggers.
Turmeric.
He's there. He's the tip of the spear. Holden will move back.
Okay. Nothing else for your turn.
What did What did Loop say to us? About standing near.
And stand up.
Don't.
And yeah, he'll just back up a few. Again, form up.
Whoop.
I will hopefully grab one of the vials that I saw.
Yeah, you did take your action to
Yeah. And
search
then
and find it, but you-
start making my way back 25 feet.
Sure. Lily.
I'm going to move further into this space. 10, 15. I'm going to check out this cabinet. Can I... is there anything... Is it closed? Is it open? Show
It's... What does it look like?
It's closed.
It's closed.
It's closed.
It's closed. It seems closed.
Okay, I'm going to open it.
Sure. There's books, parchments, stacked documents. They look kind of very quickly, like shoved in, maybe.
Okay. I'm looking for ingredients for the taming.
Sure. Roll me a quick investigation check.
Okay.
As you very quickly just throw the papers over your shoulder.
16.
16. It's very obvious there are no ingredients in here. Seems to just be papers. But one of these notes does catch your eye.
Yahoo! Thanks.
It's Bryn's turn.
I will.
This creature's still. You can just hear it kroom, kroom, hitting the inside of this dome.
Yeah, I'm going to just be holding position, getting my my fingers stretched out, stretching
Limbering
out.
up.
Yeah, ready.
Okay, turmeric. And Holden.
Now he's just flexing in front of it.
You kind of see a little bit of his reflection in the dome.
And he's making his
Making his
pecs
pecs
pop. He
pop.
hasn't done that in a long time.
Holden.
Holden. Loop, what are we doing? That's it.
Okay. Loop.
I will come back as close as I can and try to scoop up some of the...
Are you doing that with a knife? Who are you?
My pointer. 5 here.
So none of this blood is probably the creature's blood, right? Can I inspect the blood that's like around the room and the walls and stuff and try to determine if it came from the creature or if it came from the various bloody people standing around me?
You would guess some of it definitely came from the creature, just the amount that is covering the walls and all of you. And even as it attacks, it is like leaving sprays behind. You would guess some of it is the creature's.
Would I be able to figure out like which portion is mostly the creature's blood? Like
It's a big swirling vortex pool of blood that moved around the room. There's a lot of blood everywhere. It all looks like blood.
all right, I will try to just vial up whatever is close to me.
Yeah, sure. You're able to kind of scrape a little bit of this like sludge into the vial.
And then, as my talking action, I will say, I have no fucking idea. I don't know what we're doing here. Somebody said we needed blood, so I went and grabbed blood.
That's legit.
Write down that you have the vial of blood. And it is Lily.
Okay. I noticed that Bryn is close to me, so I'm gonna move beside her and show her the paper that I found.
Okay.
So, and then just briefly, like, I think that vial that you have is used for the lichens to euthanize them.
Brennan, it's your turn.
I agree. Maybe I should ready it to throw it on this creature when it's. I assume it's a lichen. I don't know. Should I throw it at it, Holden? That'll be my turn.
Okay. After Bryn is Turmeric, who is like putting the muscle show on.
Is he still in haste? Is he still good?
No, yeah, he's still in haste. He's on. This is his 6th one. He's got 4 more.
Okay. Still.
Well, that can't be right.
Isn't
Because the sphere only lasts a minute, and the sphere is going to pop in 30 seconds.
Well then.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that haste is
So that's
probably up by
Then
now.
it's
5
must be
turns
done.
because he got hasted the turn before
The turn
we-
before you did the bubble.
popped it, right?
So it should end in 2 turns then. If the sphere's going down in 3 turns, haste should end the turn before the sphere goes down.
Yeah.
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 So I'm
Not 4
off. So sorry.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he's just still putting on a show.
Okay. What is Holden doing?
Hearing this conversation from behind, I'm like, yeah, try it. Like, as soon as this thing gets free, it's gonna be mad. Turmeric's really riling it up.
Luke?
Yeah, I'll just clean off the vial as best as I can before pocketing it, and kind of make my way back towards the entrance, and just say, well, if we're gonna try throwing this vial at it, maybe we should clear some space and get
This way?
get out of the way. Yeah. And then that's it for me.
Okay. Lily.
I'm going to ignite my right on Tushir.
Ignite,
Sure.
you're right.
Better than igniting your wrong. Ah.
You're ready to party.
Better than igniting your left. Ah. I got a lot. You need some good Bloodhunter jokes.
Mine was just a fireball
You
plug.
can call me up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shots of fireball.
All right. And I'm going to move 5, 10. In the space beside Holden.
Sure.
I'm getting ready for anything to come
Yeah.
near me, I guess.
Okay. After is Bryn.
I'm going to yell out. I probably shouldn't get close to the creature to throw this at it because I don't have a lot of strength. And then I will walk up behind Holden
Okay.
and hand him the vial.
Okay, Holden, you now have the colorless liquid. That was Bryn. It is turmeric.
Still flexing.
Okay, and what is Holden doing?
I'll take the vial and be like, Kate, Toomey, get ready to back up.
Okay. Luke.
I will just ready in action to attack this thing with my sling
Okay.
at the next available opportunity.
Okay, Lily is out. As this gets closer and closer. We should probably wait for, I suppose.
Yeah.
Bryn, what are you gonna do on your action?
I think I'll if I ready a spell, it will go off on the next round, right?
It'll go off whenever the
Whenever
condition
it
is
moves?
met.
Okay.
Before your next turn.
But
If it doesn't get cast, the spell still gets used.
Yeah,
Remember.
that's fine.
Okay.
Can I do that with a cantrip as well? Or does that matter?
Yeah,
I
see
think
why
so.
not.
For some reason, it sticks out. I think you probably can.
Would it matter if it was a cantrip?
Not really. It would just fizzle, right? Because if it doesn't reach that
Fizzle.
ready state, it just fizzles.
It explicitly states you can use this to cast a spell. When you ready a spell, you cast it as normal but hold its energy, which you release with your reaction when the trigger occurs. To be ready, a spell without casting on one action. This is a word for cantrips. Yeah, cantrips. Yeah, cantrips are spells.
Okay. Then I will back up to here and ready Ray of Frost for when the bubble pops.
Okay. That was Bryn. Turmeric. Oh, Lily. Sorry. What are you doing for your turn,
Right.
Lily? Yeah.
Nothing has changed.
Nothing has
Still
changed.
in this thing.
Still in its thing
Still in the thing.
for now.
Still in its bubble for.
You would guess for 6 more seconds.
Oh
Oh fuck, it was there. I should have ready that fucking throw.
No, I'm just gonna stay here, I guess.
Okay. After Lily is Bryn.
I will still hold my.
Oh no, sorry, you. Sorry,
Yeah, she-
I'm gonna say
that's what I
turmeric.
did.
Yeah.
He hears the warning there. I'll back up kind of in this space here.
Sure. Holden.
I will now ready a throw for when that shield pops.
Sure. You're gonna throw that vial.
Yeah.
Okay. Loop.
I will step to the side, preparing a sling attack, and shout out, maybe take the stoffer out.
I guess, yeah.
Whole vial just sinks in. Someone's going swimming.
And then Lily. So turmeric's haste falls off.
Yeah.
So what happens then?
It just, like, that spell is over, so he doesn't get the AC or the dex saving.
Yeah, but he gets
Also exhausted.
And
he
he's
gets
exhausted.
he misses a turn.
Yeah, he misses his turn. That is
Okay.
correct.
So
He misses.
it falls off, so he just misses his flexing turn that time,
Flex turn,
which is
yeah.
probably fine.
It's probably the most insulting thing that could have happened.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The worst.
And then his haste falls off, so he will be exhausted. And then the orb, as you're watching this creature throwing itself against it, as turmeric previously was flexing and now seems to like be catching his breath. This creature throws another tendril at him. You watch as the orb shatters, and very quickly the energy dissipates as this creature is now free. And it is there that we will pick up next week
No!
Is it that time?
as the fight
Holy fucker.
That's it.
continues.
See.
It is Lily's turn.
So, are you going to remember all the hold actions?
No.
The slingshot.
Bryn is holding Frost Ray.
Ray of. Yeah. I think.
A Ray of Frost. Loop is holding a sling.
Frost.
Well, no, Loop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
holding
yeah.
his slingshot.
Okay. You guys bought yourselves quite a lot of time.
We did.
A minute is a long time in
That's
combat,
such a
it
good
turns
call.
out.
That was
we
a
never
good
used
call,
one
Lily.
before.
Well, now we know what it does.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty good.
Don't fall into that trap again.
Well, thanks for joining us. We'll be back here next Sunday to continue our campaign. If you want to tune in on Wednesdays to this very Twitch channel, we do a stream called the DM's Guild, where we make these very adventures that we are running through right now. You can find us on YouTube. Go and subscribe. If you're watching us on YouTube now, make sure you hit the bell and subscribe to the channel. And if you're not subscribed, search Rolling Reckless on YouTube or find it in its audio form, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, anywhere fine podcasts are vended near you. I think that's it. If you want to visit patreon.com/talkingrecklesspodcast, toss us a few dollars. We can keep doing this. I would very, very much appreciate it. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. Oliver, thanks so much for playing and making all these
you're welcome.
incredible minis.
Shout
Let's
out-
fly in. Let's like close up on the minis as we're leaving.
Shout out to Crooked Staff Terrain on YouTube. That's where we get all this shit. They're like free PDFs and stuff that you can print off and create it. Good
Crooked
shit.
Staff Terrain
Yeah.
on YouTube. Check them out.
Very neat.
Kevin, thank you very much for playing, hosting.
Thank you.
Paula, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Amber,
Thank
you. And you at home, thanks again for watching. We'll see you here next week. It'll be the next edition of Rolling Reckless. We'll see you then.